7 WMOM. Scoop Hansen, the voice of the Orioles, on the play-by-play call tonight, joined by Jamie Sycon doing color commentary. We have Nick Wysong with us tonight as the OSN 102.7 WMOM technical engineer, and Jackson Jenner is our OSN cameraman tonight. Also, Chris Nicholas, the 102.7 WMOM station owner, is with us providing some advisement. Jamie, the Ludington Orioles and the Mason County Central Spartans for the Lumberman's Trophy, Week 2 in a series which always used to happen Week 9. Last year it was moved to Week 2, and one heck of a ball game last year. Mason County Central, under just a career game for Peyton Mers, who had a huge season last year. He rushed for 372 yards against the Orioles last year. MCC 50, Ludington 43. Ludington trying to win back the Lumberman's Trophy.
Yeah, it was a heck of a ball game last year. You know, it just seems like anytime Mears got the ball, he was taking it distance. But be probably a little bit different story out here tonight, Scoop. But the Lumberman's Trophy is always a fan favorite and a student athlete favorite, and they're going to get after it out here tonight, that's for sure.
Well, you know, it kind of reminds me, last year Week 2 was kind of dismal. It was rainy. It was a lot cooler than Week 1. We have the same situation this year here at Spartan Community Field. And earlier I had the chance to talk to Oriole head coach Charlie Gunsel. We're going to step aside right now and listen to that interview. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation. Welcome, Oriole Nation, to the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame coaches interview. I'm with Coach Charlie Gunsel. And Coach Gunsel, your boys coming off a very impressive statement game over the Coopersville Broncos last Thursday at Coopersville in an awesome atmosphere. Ludington wins 40-13 over a good Broncos team. And now tonight, you get the Mason County Central Spartans, the county rivalry game. It's a battle for the Lumberman's Trophy, which MCC upset our Orioles last year 50-43 in what was just an absolutely monster game from Peyton Mers. I know your boys have had to stew on that for a year, and it should be quite a ball game tonight for the Ludington Orioles.
Yeah, we expect the same kind of game. I mean, Mason County Central's won 9 out of the last 11 games they've played. I mean, they expect to win, and they've got some dudes that can do it too. So, you know, we expect a great environment here. You know, it's different. You know, when you're down in Grand Rapids in that Coopersville setting, that was special. I was very proud of our kids, but that game's not going to help us win tonight. So we got to prepare to win tonight. And you know, the week's been what it's been. You know, when you introduce school back into these guys' lives, it's like you're asking them to, you know, build a mountain with a toothpick or something. They struggle, but we got a lot out of them this week. We feel good. Thursday we did a nice job, so I think we're as ready as we can be to go.
Coach Dave Smith done a nice job over there since he took over after Coach Briggs retired.
Yeah, he's really, I mean, they're physical. I think Dave, that's one thing about Dave's teams. They're going to be physical on offense and on defense, and they certainly are. They'll be one of the most physical teams we play. You know, up front, they really get after you. Defensively, they don't give you a lot of time. You know, we do a lot of reading. We do a lot of things like that, and they kind of make you predetermined because you're just not going to have a lot of time back there to make decisions. So, if anything, I think Dave's really installed a physical, tough brand of football at Mason County Central, and they're thriving in that system.
Their quarterback is an experienced quarterback. Blodzik. I'm trying to remember his Pierce. Yeah. Pierce Blodzik, and he did a nice job last year. Of course, pretty nice. I mean, he made some completions, but when you can step back there and hand the ball off to Peyton Mers last year, who ran for, I think Mers was well over. He was north, I think, of 370 yards on the ground last year. I know you don't want to hear that, Coach. Yeah. That's kind of a nightmare thinking back to it. But Blodzik, he's a nice little quarterback, isn't he?
Yeah, he's improved every year. I think he's a young man that works hard in the offseason. He's a dangerous kid, too, both with his legs and with his arm. And you can see on film now just throwing the ball with so much more confidence. And so, you know, he's somebody you definitely have to be aware of. You know, Kyle Norton, I think, is the tailback, and he's somebody you definitely have to be aware of. And they have others. It's not a two-man show. It's a complete offense. And so it'll be up to our defense, again, to fly to the football and to get after the quarterback. I think we had 3 sacks last week, 2 or 3 sacks, and it's going to be critical that we can get after Blodzik this week. Because if you allow the guys like Blodzik to become comfortable, then they get into rhythm. And once they get into rhythm, it's hard to knock them out of rhythm. So, yeah, it's going to be a great test for our defense, and we're looking forward to it.
Cam, 34 carries, 246 yards, 5 touchdowns, 118 yards for the year, 1 touchdown. you've got playmakers all over the field on offense, and there's only one football, Coach. I'm sure you'd like to spread the ball out a little bit more, but Cam had the hot hand last week. I don't even think that Zach Graham had a reception last week. I'm sure you'd like to get the ball spread, but hey, you cannot argue with the results, a 40-13 victory.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want our quarterback carrying it 34 times, but again, everything we do is probably a read. They were given, keep reads, and so he's going to keep it. He has no problem doing that. I think a focus this week has been maybe getting a little bit better distribution. We only threw the ball downfield last week 5 times. Most of our completions were touch passes. I think we exposed the middle of the field maybe 3 times. So hopefully we can get more involved in that part of our game. But the receivers were great this week. The best part about that, Kyle Himes and Zach Graham didn't get a single catch. Not one complaint. Not one complaint, and they blocked their tails off. All our big runs because our wideouts are blocking their tails off. So I think that speaks volumes for that group. But certainly, I think it's I wouldn't use the word a priority, but we would sure like to share the ball a little bit more this week.
Yeah. Defensively, what were you the happiest with last week? I know they got 1 touchdown on an 88-yard kickoff return. I'm sure you worked on special teams this week. Seemed like when you put the satellite kick in, everything was fine after that. And then the other touchdown, they were aided by a big penalty.
I think we were better up front. I think Logan, Sloan, Colin Shelton, Walt Autry, and Connor Shaney were a handful for Coopersville up front. I think our backers are continuing to get better. I think Cooper's, he leads that group, but I thought JT Keith is coming along quicker than we thought. And our secondary is pretty good. Our secondary can really cover some ground. They're going to get tested again this week. We were tested last week with the All-State kid from Coopersville. For the most part, I thought we held up. This week's just a little different test. But overall, defensively, just happy the way we flew to the ball and really happy with the defensive line.
As a head coach, that has to just tickle you when your Hogs up front, and putting that very respectfully, when the offense and defensive lines just control the tempo and they control the game.
That's how you win games. I mean, Cam is what he is, but, usually Cam benefits from other people doing their job well. So when he has all the rushing yards, it's because our O-line did well or our receivers blocked well. But we do feel like our offensive line is maybe one of the better ones we've had here. Of course, we're led by Walt, but Blake Nelson's improved leaps and bounds. Donovan Salazar's improved leaps and bounds. Colin Shelton just continues to get better. And Connor Shaney, playing left tackle, he's undersized, but he's smart and he's strong and he plays hard. So, Connor last week was going against a kid that has multiple Division I offers, and I never heard the kid's name. So, those guys really work hard and they enjoy playing O-line and they give us a chance to compete.
Well, Coach, good luck to you and the Orioles tomorrow night at Spartan Community Field against the Spartans of Mason County Central. We look forward to talking to you after the ball game. As always, go O's.
Thanks, Scoop. Go O's.
Welcome back to Spartan Community Field. Coach Charlie Gunsel there talking quite a bit about last week's win against the Coopersville Broncos. That was a first ever meeting between the Orioles and the Broncos. Hey, Oriole Nation, we want to thank House of Flavors Manufacturing, our exclusive pregame sponsor. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing, proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports, producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. Pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. And also a big shout out to Lundquist Furniture, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville. Family owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist 231-757-3368. Here are your starters on offense for the Ludington Orioles. At quarterback, the All-State candidate number 1, Cam Gunsel. He's a 6'3", 190-pound senior. The tailback number 2, Mikey Himes, a 5'10", 150-pound freshman. The wide receivers, number 4, Zach Graham, a 5'11 senior, and number 5, Kyle Himes Jr., a 5'10" sophomore. The slot backs are number 7, Messiah Himes, a 6' junior, and number 0, Taj Williams, a 5'11" junior. The offensive line for the Orioles, and it's a good one. At center, number 50, Colin Shelton. He is a 6'4", 208-pound senior. The left guard, 54, Blake Nelson, a 6'2", 259-pound junior. The right guard, number 55, Donovan Salazar, 6'1", 254, a sophomore. The left tackle, 53, Connor Cheney. He is a 5'11", 201-pound senior. And the right tackle, All-State candidate, number 63, Walt Autry, a 6'5", 297-pound senior. On defense for the Orioles, the defensive linemen, the DTs, number 53, Connor Cheney, Haney, and number 63, Walt Autry. The defensive ends for the Orioles, number 50, Colin Shelton, and number 20, Logan Sloan. Slogan, a 6 foot, 175-pound senior. The linebackers for the Orioles, number 9, J.T. Keith, 6 foot, 208-pound junior, and number 3, Cooper Holmes, a 5'11", 170-pound senior. Defensive secondary for the Orioles, the cornerbacks will be number 4, Zach Graham, 5'11", 155-pound senior, and also number 5, Kyle Himes Jr. The free safety, number 1, Cam Gunsel. The strong safety, number 7, Messiah Himes. And the other strong safety, number 12, Michael Wilson, a 5'10", 155-pound senior. That's the Ludington Orioles starting lineup. And we will give you the Mason County Central starting lineup when we return. But right now we're going to have the national anthem here at Spartan Community Field as the Orioles and Spartans get set in the battle for the Lumberman's Trophy. You are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation.
Safe Harbor Credit Union is your premier choice for all your banking needs. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, our members always come first. You're not just a member, you're family. This is Adam Johnson, President and CEO of Safe Harbor Credit Union and proud former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're thrilled to once again be the premier halftime sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. If you haven't yet experienced the Safe Harbor Credit Union difference, now is the perfect time to make the switch. We cherish our relationships with our members and our community student athletes. You'll find us in the stands cheering for that next Oriole win and in local classrooms teaching financial literacy. We believe in being the local financial institution that you can trust with all your banking needs. When you invest with us, your money stays local, and local decision-making ensures that your needs are our top priority. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Come visit us at our new location at 5511 US 10 here in Ludington. We can't wait to welcome you into our family at Safe Harbor Credit Union.
Welcome to House of Flavors, Michigan's largest ice cream producer. But we're more than just ice cream. We exist to make ice cream, feed people, and make our world a better place. We donate 25% of all profits to charity annually. You heard that right. We are dedicated, innovative, adaptable. Come join our team. We are looking for amazing people to join our team in maintenance, operations, palletizing, warehouse, CDL drivers. We provide career development opportunities, year-round stability, competitive wages, health insurance, 401k retirement, bonuses, profit sharing, and free ice cream. Join us to make ice cream and make a difference. Find your career today at houseofflavors.com/careers.
Smith & Eddy Insurance in partnership with Auto Owners Insurance. Since 1902, Smith & Eddy Insurance has been building relationships and providing insurance solutions as the area's largest independent agency. Here at Smith & Eddy Insurance, in partnership with Auto Owners, we offer the most experienced staff, the widest array of policies, and we have partnered with Auto Owners Insurance to provide exceptional solutions for our customers. With new technology and an old-school philosophy, our team is committed to delivering a winning customer experience by placing the right people in the right roles. Proudly serving all of West Michigan from our 4 convenient locations in Bear Lake, Scottville, Manistee, and in Hart, Smith & Eddy and Auto Owners remains deeply committed to the communities we serve and dedicated to meeting your insurance needs. Smith & Eddy Insurance in partnership with Auto Owners Insurance.
Welcome back to Spartan Community Field. Scoop Hansen, Jamie Sykon. We got big Nick Wysong and Jackson Jenner, the Oriole Sports Network, a bird's eye view of local sports along with 102.7 WMOM. The Orioles in their away white jerseys. It's got some orange trim in it this year. The lettering, the numerals are black. And they are highlighted, or I should say, what do you say there?
Outlined in
thank
orange.
you, outlined. I couldn't think of the word outlined. Outlined in orange right there, trimmed in orange.
There we go.
Trimmed in orange, white pants, white tops, and a black helmet with the orange O. Mason County Central in their blue jerseys. They have the blue helmet, blue pants. They also have a new helmet this year. It's it's the blue helmet with the gold. The gold Spartan logo on it, and they have the gold lettering and numerals. Ludington will receive. We're not sure if MCC won the coin toss, but we do know Ludington is receiving. And
Mikey Himes back to return.
Kicking off for Mason County Central. It looked like number 7 right there. That was Ryder Nicewander. And the kick is fielded there and tackled immediately. Boy, he had no space to run right there. Himes brought down immediately, and it looked like it was number 22 for the Spartans, Jaden Reams. You know, Jamie, we got a special shout out here. Ryan Nicewander, who just kicked off for the Spartans and is supposedly guarding Zach tonight. They are cousins. Their great grandmother Agnes is watching the game from home tonight. Probably won't make it until, for we don't know. Hopefully she's around for a while. But Ryan, this comes from Ryan Graham. She's 91 years old, not doing well health-wise. So she is tuned in tonight. So a very special shout out to Agnes tonight, who is the great grandmother of Ryan Nicewander. Okay, here we go. Ludington 1st and 10. 11:56 to go. Opening quarter, opening drive. Orioles coming off a nice 40-13 victory over Coopersville. Mason County Central coming off a nice win against Lakeview, 35-0. Gunsel back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to scramble. Gunsel's got some running room. He's up to the 30, 35 before he's driven out of bounds.
What a block right there. Number 4, Zach Graham, just had a heck of a block to get about 14 more yards for Cam on that.
This game means a little bit more to Ryan Graham as well. I'm sorry, to Zach Graham. Ryan is his father. But, Zach Graham was a Mason County Central Spartan. He transferred to Ludington. One of our starting shortstop on our district championship baseball team this past season. Okay, nice game. Nice start for the Orioles. They have the ball out to their 40-yard line.
Yeah, I was just going to say he transferred over his freshman year.
So Ludington comes out.
End of his freshman year, I believe.
Gunsel, he will give in. Himes is going to Himes, no place to go there for Mikey Himes. He is swarmed by 3 or 4 Spartans right there, and leading the way for Mason County Central looked to be number 21, and that was Brandon Peters.
Yeah, that front line did a good job right there. They shot the gaps, Scoop, and they were in them before our offensive line had a chance to make contact. It almost looked like we were trying to set up a little bit further downfield, and they just shot the gaps right through.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12 for the Orioles. Ball on the Oriole 38-yard line. 11-11 to go in the opening quarter. The sun's out now. Boy, I tell you, it's been what a day. The SS Badger didn't even run today. They canceled. First cancellation of the season. Okay, here Gunsel back to pass. He will run now. Now he'll throw. He's got a receiver out there, and then he overthrows Zach Graham. Graham was back there, and back there with Graham was the Spartans' number 7, Ryan Nicewander. Hey,
Ryder. This says Ryder on here. Is it Ryan or Ryder?
Ryder Nicewander. What did I say Ryan? I'm sorry. Okay, Ryder Nicewander back in coverage right there. 3rd and 12 for the Orioles. You know, it looked like Gunsel got flushed out of the pocket right there. It looked like he was going to run. At the last minute, he stopped and threw there for Graham, and he overthrew him.
Yeah, I think the first intention was actually to throw to Zach Graham on a quick slant, but it was covered by Nicewander. And then he, like you said, he broke out of the pocket and then thought he had another shot at.
This son is going to be a really brutal.
He'll
get rid of it. He's open, and it's caught. There's a nice catch. He broke a tackle.
Look at that move.
He's going to get another great move, and he's finally brought down. That was the Orioles' Kyle Himes Jr.
Yeah, that was a heck of a throw by Cam, and 2 great moves by Kyle Himes after he got the ball. What do they call that? Yards after catch.
Yards after catch. And Kyle Himes Jr., a couple of great moves right there. And he takes the ball all the way down to the Spartan. Let's see there, Jamie. Look at it. They're definitely inside the red zone.
It looks like to be about the
9-yard line. 9-yard line. Ludington has 1st down and goal to go. Ball at the Spartan 9-yard line. A huge play there on the connection from Gunsel to Kyle Himes Jr. Now Gunsel will fake. Gunsel, he's at the 5, inside down to about the 3-yard line. They'll bring up a 2nd down and goal to go.
Yeah, that's that read option there. You know, he had Mikey Himes coming through in motion and faked it to Mikey and took the yardage right up the middle. You know, those reads are, you just keep running them until you see what you got, and then all of a sudden next time he hands it off or not. So It's a great offense to have when it's working, Scoop.
It certainly is. Orioles have the ball down to the Spartan 4-yard line. Himes in motion. Gunsel will keep. Gunsel's got
Same
a
play.
Gunsel. He's in. Touchdown, Ludington Orioles.
There we go. That didn't take long, Scoop.
The 9:55 mark of the first quarter, a 4-yard touchdown run for quarterback Cam Gunsel, who had 5 rushing touchdowns last week at Coopersville and 1 passing touchdown.
You know, it was impressive in that if you look at the wind out there, you know, we had 2 good passes on that drive, and that's into the wind. So when we switch fields and come the other way,
yep,
we might see a little bit more passing.
Gabe Gomez in to attempt the point after. Here's the snap. It's a good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
All right, Gabe, that's a lot better start.
That's a great start. Ludington 7, Mason County Central nothing. 9:55 to go opening quarter. You are watching and listening to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, this is Trent Lundquist from Lundquist Furniture. We've been serving West Michigan since 1940. We're here to serve you guys as a full-blown furniture store. So we have mattresses, we have recliners, we have dining room tables, anything that you would need to furnish your house, we have it. And we provide one of the best services around on the west side of Michigan. We will go anywhere in the whole state of Michigan. We will deliver it, we'll service it, we'll take care of you. I just want to appreciate you guys for being customers of ours, and we're here to serve you, and that's what we do. We're here for the Orioles. We're here for the Cardinals. We're here for the Spartans. We're proud to be a sponsor of this Oriole Sports Network.
Welcome back to Spartan Community Field. Gomez getting set to kick off. I think we're going to see a lot more of those satellite kicks, Jamie, after Ludington got burned on one of their deep kicks last week on that 88-yard return. We'll see what Gomez does right here. But Ludington taking a quick... No, it's a line drive, and it's going to go downfield at about the 5-yard line, out to the 10 right now. And Ludington, much better job. Wow, great. There's a fumble. There's a fumble. And I think the Orioles have recovered.
Who's got it? Number 3 right there.
For Ludington.
Cooper Holmes.
Cooper Holmes, a heat-seeking missile. And this game could not have started any better for the Orioles. Remember last year what happened? Ludington fumbled on their opening kickoff last year, and that really set the tone for the Spartans in that 50-43 victory for MCC over the Orioles.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you who caused that, Scoop, but he got hit by 4 Orioles at the same time, and I didn't really get a chance to see any of the numbers with the sun right here in our face.
Yeah,
but
good bet that Cooper was in on the tackle as well as recovering the football right there. Hey, yesterday was Cam Gunsel's 18th birthday, so belated happy birthday wishes to our quarterback Cam Gunsel on his 18th birthday yesterday, Thursday, September 4th. Gunsel will keep. Cam Gunsel, he broke 1 tackle, and he's got a nice little gain right there before he's brought down by Brandon Peters. The starters on defense for Mason County Central, the defensive lineman, Kyle Peters is a defensive tackle. The nose tackle is number 12, Gideon Sales. The defensive end, number 77, Abel Edmondson. Again, that's Edmondson, number 77, defensive end. Defensive tackle, Peters, 69. Nose tackle, number 55, Gideon Sales. And we'll get to the linebackers and the secondary here momentarily. But Ludington facing a 2nd down and 6 right now. Ball is on the Spartan 18-yard line. Gunsel will keep. Gunsel makes a couple nice moves. Gunsel, another one. He is in. Touchdown, Ludington Orioles. Cam Gunsel.
I tell you, that offensive line is moving people, Scoop.
They definitely are.
He could have drove the Badger through that hole.
Oh, an 18-yard touchdown run by Cam Gunsel. And Ludington out to a quick 13-0 lead. And let's give some credit to that offensive line. As you said, they had a huge game last week. That's Shelton at center, Cheney at left tackle, Autry at right tackle, Nelson at left guard, and Salazar at right guard. Gabe Gomez in for the point after. Here's the snap. It's down, it's up, and it is good. Ludington 14. Mason County Central nothing. You are watching and listening to the OSN, a bird's eye view of local sports, and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation.
Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is packed with natural anti-inflammatories to help reduce pain after exercise. It's the ultimate antioxidant that combats soreness, getting you back to the gym or on the trail faster. Indian Summer Tart Cherry Juice, ready to drink from fresh-pressed tart cherries, grown and produced in the U.S., and always gluten-free. It's just sweet enough and priced just right. Bring home the great taste of real fruit. Bring home Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice. Ask for it at your local store.
Jamie, Cam Gunsel, 48 combined touchdowns last year. He's already got 8 combined touchdowns this year, 7 on the ground and 1 through the air. You talk about lightning in a bottle here. He scores a 4-yard touchdown run at the 9:55 mark. Then kickoff, Ludington causes a turnover. They cause a fumble. Then Gunsel at the 9:02 mark, an 18-yard touchdown run. Gabe Gomez true on both points after attempts.
Yeah, those are nice kicks. But, Cam's doing an excellent job right now of reading. Like, Coach said in the pregame interview is, we're just running our reads. And Coopersville last week gave the keep read, and right now that's exactly what's happening here with Mason County Central. They're giving the keep read, and the line is just pushing Mason County Central's defensive line back 3 or 4 yards every time.
And it's exactly what our lines did, our offense and defensive lines did last week.
Scoop, I thought.
Yeah, it looked like he did, but it's a touchback right there. Last week, our offense and defensive lines controlled the line of scrimmage at Coopersville in the 40-13 victory. Ludington out on top 14-0 right now. The starting lineup for Mason County Central on offense are quarterback number 6, Pierce Blodzik, and the tailback is number 4, Ty Norton. The slot back number 21, Brandon Peters. The split end number 5, Eli Smith. The fullback is number 9, Caden Reese. And an end is number 32, Mason Maidens. The center, number 55, Gideon Sales. The guards are number 50, Justin Ruzendis, and number 69, Kyle Peters. The tackle, 67, Granite Miller, and 77, Abel Edmondson. What a name for a lineman, Granite Miller.
Yeah.
What happened that first play there, Jamie?
They had a 3-back set there for Mason County Central, and Cam read it very, very well and busted right up through the line and tackle for no gain.
So I'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Ludington, that 50-43 loss, they had that score up in their locker room the entire season. They saw it every day. They kept it up there all season, throughout the season, and it was still up there when yesterday.
It very well should be.
Yes. Okay, here's a run off the right tackle right there. Not much.
And Cam is in on the tackle again.
Yep, that was Ty Norton. Gunsel, first 2 offensive plays for MCCs have been in on both tackles.
Yeah, if they say, you got that hanging up there in that wall, Scoop, it's locker room material. But what it is, the reminder, like you say, we don't, at Ludington, most of our teams that we go by is we either win or we learn. We don't lose. Well, they learn from that game, and they're hoping to come out here and make a statement. Tonight. Yeah,
you're right on that, Jamie, no doubt. That's something that Woody Hayes, Bo Schembeckler used to do. Here's a pass from Blodzik. It is complete, and it's going to still fighting for yardage right there. I think MCC is going to be close. Hey, we want to thank Indian Summer Co-op. Indian Summer is proud to be a sponsor of the OSN and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for this season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. Best of luck to our OSN executive producer, director Thad Shank, who is competing in a pickleball tournament tonight in Ludington. So we wish you all the best, Coach, and we hope you win the championship there in the pickleball tournament in Ludington tonight. Okay, we have a 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball on their own 31-yard line. Again, we're looking into that bright sun right now. Blodzik flushed out of the pocket. Penalty marker down, and he was met rather rudely right there, Jamie.
Yeah, he was, and I think they're either going to get – there's 2 holds on the play. Cooper Holmes was held, and Big Walt Altry was also held.
We'd like to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive halftime show sponsor, where your success is our success. We belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington, or give them a call, 843-2323. Safe Harbor Credit Union. Smith & Eddy Insurance, the exclusive postgame sponsor. Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. Okay, we have a 1st and 21 for the Spartans right now. And the ball is on their 21-yard line. Here's a handoff, and there's another penalty marker down. You know it's going to be a hard-hitting game. When you get Ludington and Mason County Central together, or Ludington and Manistee for that matter, a rivalry game, all games are hard-hitting, but you get a rivalry game, and you can really hear the cracking, snap, crackle, pop of the pads.
Yeah, you always have a little extra juice when you have that rivalry game, but it looks like Ludington might I couldn't see who it was. The sun is brutal right now, Scoop, but I want to say it might have been a face mask.
Yeah. You know, I looked up Coach Gunsel's coaching record. He was first year varsity coach at Ludington was 2004. He's guided the Orioles to the playoffs in 2011, 2016, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2022, and 2024. He's 94 and 101 overall in his years coaching the Orioles. And again, his first year was 2004. Okay, so the Spartans have a 1st and 10, ball on their own 43-yard line. Won't be too much longer. That sun will be going down. Blodzik, play action. Still, he's getting a lot of time to pass right here. Let it go. He's got a receiver open. It's caught out there, and a nice reception before he's finally brought down by Cooper, and that was Brandon Peters. And Peters, just a sophomore, and makes a nice catch out there, and Cooper Holmes on the tackle for the Orioles.
Yeah, the quarterback there was rolling out, and he found Cooper Peters, who just found his way in the zone in between two defenders.
Big game.
And it was a perfect pass, and nice. Oh, I'm trying to see what they was doing there, Scoop. Sorry, but perfect pass and a good read. And, you know, let's see if Ludington's defense can bend but not break right here.
I've been hearing a lot of good things about this Brandon Peters. Again, just a sophomore. Nice reception right there. Big gain. The Spartans have the ball all the way down to the Oriole 31-yard line. 1st and 10, 7:06 to go. Fake, actually straight ahead there. And on the carry, looked like...
number 9 was on the tackle.
JT Keith on the stop. And I believe that was that their tailback? Was that Norton? Or I think that was Ruiz on the carry right there.
It looked like number 4. Number 4.
That's Ty Norton. That's their tailback.
Ty Norton.
Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3 for the Spartans. Ball on the Oriole 24-yard line. Ludington 14, Mason County Central nothing. 6:29 to go in the opening quarter. Ludington scored quickly. 2 touchdown runs by quarterback Cam Gunsel, one of 4 yards, one of 18 yards. Now Blodzik will pitch. Norton on the carry. Norton, he gets to the outside. I think Gunsel leading the way over there for the Ludington defense. It'll be a 1st down, though, for the Spartans.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute right here for Ludington to adjust, because right now they're either running a 2 tailback with a fullback set, or they're running a single back in the eye behind the fullback. And their quarterback's either faking, pitching, or handing off to that short up back in the slot, more like a tight end, but he's slot back, I guess. So the Ludington defense really has to read what the quarterback's doing right now.
Spartans have the ball on the Oriole 20-yard line. 1st and 10, 5:53 to go, opening quarter. Ludington up 14-0. Blodzik, he will give straight up a quick hitter right there.
Big Walt.
Big Walt Autry right there on the top. He is our Indian Summer player in the spotlight, by the way, and his interview will air at the half. We'll also talk about last night's JV game. Coach Rich Kirby's team defeating Mason County Central 35-6 at Oriole Field. The freshmen, they fell to Muskegon Mona Shores by the score of 34-7. They got off to a 7-0 lead, and then it was 34 unanswered points by the Sailors of Muskegon Mona Shores.
Yeah, Muskegon Mona Shores freshman team can probably hang with any JV team at least.
Oh, yeah.
Around there, they build them big down there.
Football program.
Yes, sir.
Down at Muskegon Mona Shores. And Spartans now have a 2nd and 9. There's a handoff to Norton, and he's got a nice little gain right there before being brought down by, let's see here, was that Cooper?
Looked like Salazar and Cooper Holmes.
Yeah, there was a flock of Orioles that brought him down right there, but a gain of, he got 5 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. The ball is on the Oriole 14-yard line. 4:40 to go in the opening quarter. Ludington up 14-0. 2 quick scores by Ludington.
As you can see, for those who might be watching at home on the Oriole Sports Network, right now Scottville is I always call them Scottville Scoop, but Mason County Central seems to be trying to run away from Walt Autry's side.
Well, that's always a good thing to do. We thought the Orioles may have recovered a fumble right there, but the official said no. He was down. And it's going to bring up, let's see, where do they mark the ball at? I know they didn't get the first down.
Looks like you're marking at the 12.
Yeah, gain of 2.
Nope, 14.
Well, actually, no gain on the. No, they did get 2 yards. 4th
there
and
it is,
2.
At the 12.
You were right on your first call there, Jamie. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2. Ball on the Oriole 12-yard line. 3:52 to go in the opening quarter. We'd like to thank Benedict's Auto Body, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 1940s. You can reach Mike at 231-613-4111. They're located at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. Here's the carry, and I believe it's going to be a first down right there for Norton. Ty Norton on the carry. And it is a Mason County Central first down. They went right off there between their right guard and right tackle there, Jamie.
I would say right now about 90% of the runs are between the right guard and right tackle. They're trying to stay away from the left end here where Walt's lining up, but he's breaking through, but he's just not getting back there in time. It's a long way to go for Walt, and they're pushing us back a little bit on the right side right now, Scoop.
Blodzik, quick hitter there to Norton, and the Orioles were not fooled at all right there. Cooper Holmes leading the way. I'm sorry, that was J.T. Keith leading the way there for the Orioles. First-year player, I'll tell you, J.T. Keith. He is, I gave him the nickname a couple years ago on the JV basketball team of Hercules.
Yeah, you're right. We had Cooper Holmes in there, J.T. Keith was in there, and 2 other Orioles. As soon as that sun, there it's starting to get behind that cloud, we might be able to see something here.
Exactly. It was pretty brutal there the first few minutes of this game with that sun right there.
Yeah.
We want to thank Ludington Paint and Glass. They've been mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more located at 213 South James Street, downtown Ludington. Call LP&G at 843-8250. Second down and 9 for the Oriole, or for the Spartans. Blazik's going to pass, and it's incomplete. Little bit of contact right there, but no flag on the play. And it's going to bring up a third down now, and goal to go. Ball is on the Oriole 9-yard line. Your assessment of that play, Jamie?
Yeah, Michael Wilson was on the defense there, and it could have went either way, and there was no flag. So it's hard to tell from this angle. The official was right there, but it looked like there might have been a little contact. The thing of it is the ball was probably uncatchable, Scoop.
Great atmosphere here, as you would expect, between Ludington and Mason County Central at Spartan Community Field. The Spartan faithful in full force, as are the Oriole faithful, right in front of us here down in the bleachers.
Oh, yeah, it's full. It's hard to find a seat or even the standing over here with the student section. Very nice, Scoop.
Third down, goal to go. Ball at the Oriole 9. Blodzik looking left. He's going to let it go, and it's incomplete. Great defense right there. Let's get the number.
That was Mikey Himes.
Mikey Himes with a nice breakup right there, as the pass was right on target right there from Blodzik, and it looked like it was intended for, looked like number 5, Eli Smith, I believe.
Yeah, it was just a great timed play. You know, a receiver ran his route, and Mikey broke right at the right time and got there, just got his hand in between the defender's hands and knocked that ball away.
Fourth down, goal to go. Ball at the Oriole 9-yard line. 2:18 to go. Opening quarter. The OSN and 102.7 WMOM pleased to be bringing you the battle for the Lumberman's Trophy. The Ludington Orioles and the Mason County Central Spartans. Ludington up 14-0. Let's see what Mason County Central.
Right here,
see what Coach Dave Smith dials up here. It's a little trickery right here, and he's going to get around the end, and he is in, I believe. Touchdown, Mason County Central on a reverse. And scoring, I believe, was number 5, Eli Smith.
Yeah, it was a nice play call there, Scoop. You know, as we talked about with the Oriole offense, you run plays, you get your reads and you run them over and over until something comes up that you see, and then you might need it. And at that time, we know the defenders are always going after that first read right there, and he just flipped the ball to the kid coming back through on the reverse, and it was wide open.
Well, nicely executed play by the Spartans there. Eli Smith scores on a 9-yard reverse right there, and now Ludington up 14-6. Low snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 2:10 to go in the opening quarter, we got ourselves a ball game. The Ludington Orioles 14, the Mason County Central Spartans 7. You are watching and listening to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned. Reliable, professional, exceptional quality and courteous service. Benedict's Auto Center has been providing the absolute best in auto body repairing and painting since the 1940s. For over 80 years, 3 generations of the Benedict family have run a business you can trust in Mason County and the surrounding area. Owner Mike Benedict will listen to your concerns and questions to ensure you have peace of mind and that the auto body needs of your vehicle are totally and completely met. At Benedict Auto Body, customer service is the #1 priority. We want our customers to know that when it comes to choosing a car repair business, it is their choice. Customers should call around and ask questions and get feedback from all car repair shops before making their decision. Bottom line, it is the right to pick which repair facility you want your vehicle fixed. That's Benedict's Auto Center at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. You can reach owner Mike Benedict at 231-613-4111. Okay, folks, if you have noticed, we are broadcasting tonight at a higher resolution, better quality, and it's a big thank you to Chris Nicholas at 102.7 WMOM. Should I add anything to that? Nick Wysong was our technical engineer tonight. I know we got a couple satellite dishes. We got hooked up in conjunction with the Hummer that we have tonight, the 102.7 WMOM Hummer. So that's pretty nice, high technology. Chris was talking to me yesterday. I said, Chris, I'm a play-by-play man. Please let me give you Nick's number. You talk directly to Nick Wysong, who's going to be our technical engineer, and everything has worked out just awesome. So great job, Nick Wysong and Chris Nicholas with this higher resolution, this higher technology, and
it's the Starlink satellite scoop.
Starlink, yep, and it's the Oriole Nation, the listeners out there. You are the beneficiaries of that. So hey, we like to make Oriole Nation happy. Okay, so the kickoff right there, and then the Oriole who returned it.
He slipped.
I was at Himes. I think let's see. But here come the Orioles now. 1st and 10. Ball is dropped right there. He tried to get that ball to Taj Williams. The pass was online there. Taj just dropped it. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Ball is on the Oriole 15-yard line. Ludington 14, Mason County Central 7. You know, I was saying earlier about Ludington Paint and Glass, another of our fine sponsors. LP&G, the local source for all of your projects, proud to support Ludington Oriole Sports while being a sponsor on the Oriole Sports Network. Ludington comes out now, a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that last play was there. Scoop. Taj just had his eyes upfield, seeing where he was going to go after he caught it. Take that split second, eye off the ball, and turns into a drop.
Gunsel keeps there, and MCC does a really nice job. Their nose tackle in on the play right there. That was Gideon Sales. And Gunsel only maybe got 2 on the play. Let's see here. Let's go bring up a 3rd down. They got 1. So 3rd and 9. Ball is on the Oriole 16-yard line. 1:42 to go. You've sensed a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Yeah, a little bit in that last drive, there. And Ludington's got to go ahead and get it back on this drive. You know, that when you come out and you have that first drop right there, it kind of sets you behind the times there a little bit, instead of maybe 2nd down and 3, we're right back to 2nd down and 10, and things changed a little bit.
Gunsel to pass, back in the pocket, plenty of time. He's got a receiver wide open, and
he's gone.
He may go.
Scoop.
That's Himes. He's just brought down.
Wow, what a
huge gain right there
by number 7.
That was Ryder Nicewander with a touchdown saving tackle right there, and he just got, I think, just a shoelace right there. And on the big reception,
he was gone, but that's a heck of a play by that kid, not giving up.
Kyle Himes Jr. all the way down to the Spartan. Let's see where they got him marked at. They got him all the way down to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, what a great play design right there by the offensive coordinator, Brent Gillick. If you notice, they had trips right on this side, and they sent all 3 receivers crossing across to the left side, and then as all the defenders went, Kyle Himes coming from the left side to the right, nobody near him at all.
It took a little while to develop, but it was well worth it. Now there goes Taj Williams on that little Viking shuttle pass right there.
And that was close to inches from a horse collar right there, but he just slipped through it.
Ludington's got so many offensive weapons. We start with our quarterback, Cam Gunsel, is going to Ferris State next year, an all-state candidate. You look at Taj Williams.
Right down
the
line.
You've got Kyle Himes Jr. You've got Mikey Himes.
Zach Graham.
Messiah Himes.
Yeah.
Just one after another. And then you look at the offensive line, and they're a very cohesive unit and a very good unit led by All-State candidate, big number 63, Walt Autry.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, if you are having back and neck pain and need to see a chiropractor to relieve that pain, see Dr. Mark Yeck at Ludington Chiropractic. No appointment necessary. Ludington Chiropractic, strictly a walk-in clinic. That's Dr. Mark Yeck, Ludington Chiropractic, 5965 East Ludington Avenue, located next to Pizza Hut. For questions, call 231-843-1874. They've been serving the community for over 30 years. Gunsel, not much right there, ganged up on by a host of Spartans.
Yeah. And then he had him pile on him. He didn't really like that too much.
No, the way there was a little extracurricular activity right there. You're going to get that in a rivalry game. Hey, a shout out to Christy Stark. I saw Christy earlier today at Larson's. Also to Greg Stretch Tyndall, my next door neighbor, and his nephew, Travis Tyndall, who is tuned in tonight to the OSN listening to the ball game. That's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Your score from Spartan Community Field, the Ludington Orioles 14, the Mason County Central Spartans 7. You are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned.
Welcome to House of Flavors, Michigan's largest ice cream producer. But we're more than just ice cream. We exist to make ice cream, feed people, and make our world a better place. We donate 25% of all profits to charity annually. You heard that right. We are dedicated, innovative, adaptable. Come join our team. We are looking for amazing people to join our team in maintenance, operations, palletizing, warehouse, CDL drivers. We provide career development opportunities, year-round stability, competitive wages, health insurance, 401k retirement, bonuses, profit sharing, and free ice cream. Join us to make ice cream and make a difference. Find your career today at houseofflavors.com/careers.
Welcome back to Spartan Community Field. Ludington facing a 2nd down and 8, ball on the Spartan 13-yard line. Ludington up 14-7. 2 quick strikes for the Orioles, and that drive by the Spartans took up a lot of time. It ended with a touchdown and an extra point there, Jamie, and that's where we stand right now, 14-7, but the Orioles are threatening again.
Yeah, just after you said there was a momentum shift.
Yeah.
Offensive coordinator Gillett calls that play, and it goes for a long gain and puts us right back into momentum shifting again back to Ludington's side.
In the pass, right on the money. It was a frozen rope from Cam Gunsel
laser
to Kyle Himes Jr. All right, here we go. Now Ludington trying to run off of Walt Autry right there. Gunsel, let's see where they mark him down here. I think it's going to be
about the 11.
Yeah, gain of 2, I believe. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5, 11:42 to go in the second quarter. Ludington 14, Mason County Central 7. The ball's actually being marked at the 10. It's just north of the 10-yard line. So Ludington facing a 3rd and 5 right now. Gunsel out of the usual Oriole formation, shotgun, and now he is going to keep. Gunsel, tough sledding right there. He's going to get down to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, I was going to say, if on 3rd and 5, if they run it, Scoop, it means they're 4-down territory. Coach Gunsel's thinking, 4 downs all the way. So.
Oh, my bad. They got 5 on the carry, and it's a 1st down for the Orioles.
Yeah.
The ball is at the 5-yard line. Gunsel just got enough, and it's going to bring up a 1st down and goal to go for the Ludington Orioles. Ball at the Mason County Central 5-yard line.
Yeah, it's tough to do. If you notice, they had them spread out. They had 5 wide receivers threw out there, spread out, and just left the wide open middle for Cam to go through.
Let's see what offensive coordinator Brent Gillett has dialed up right here. There's a shift by the Orioles now. Holy cow. Receivers all over the field out there for the Orioles right now. Gunsel's going to roll right. Gunsel, he's going to get to the outside, and is he in? He's going to be marked down at about the 1 right there. Some good blocking by the wide receivers.
Yeah, it was, he had 4 receivers to that side, and he followed, but he was being pressured quickly, but if he had a chance to look, he had it looked like Taj open in the backside of the end zone there, but he was under pressure and really couldn't see it. But still a good gain right down there to the 1-yard line, Scoop.
Oriole home opener next Friday at Oriole Field against the Fremont Packers. It's also their conference opener. That'll be against the Fremont Packers, and the OSN and 102.7 WMOM will be there. Gunsel, touchdown, Ludington Orioles. A 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Cam Gunsel at the 10:05 mark of the second quarter, and that pushes the Orioles lead out to 20-7.
It's kind of, when you need a yard, who do you go behind? Your right guard and your right tackle right there, Big Walt Autry and Donovan Salazar. And I tell you, those two guys are excited too. You know, they're a big part of the game, and you see them coming off. They're celebrating. They're all high-fiving the linemen because they're making things happen.
Well, like I said earlier, Jamie, very cohesive unit, that offensive line. Gamez in for the point after. Here's a good snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 10:05 to go. Second quarter, Ludington 21, Mason County Central 7. You are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM.
Safe Harbor Credit Union is your premier choice for all your banking needs. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, our members always come first. You're not just a member, you're family. This is Adam Johnson, President and CEO of Safe Harbor Credit Union, and proud former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're thrilled to once again be the premier halftime sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. If you haven't yet experienced the Safe Harbor Credit Union difference, now is the perfect time to make the switch. We cherish our relationships with our members and our community student athletes. You'll find us in the stands cheering for that next Oriole win and in local classrooms teaching financial literacy. We believe in being the local financial institution that you can trust with all your banking needs. When you invest with us, your money stays local, and local decision-making ensures that your needs are our top priority. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Come visit us at our new location at 5511 US 10 here in Ludington. We can't wait to welcome you into our family at Safe Harbor Credit Union.
Welcome back to Spartan Community Field. The Orioles just went up 21-7, 1-yard touchdown run by Cam Gunsel, his third touchdown of the ball game, following up on that 6 touchdown performance last week at Coopersville, 5 on the ground, 1 through the air last week. And Ludington will kick off now. Gamez set to kick as day has turned in, still very windy, but at least that sun has dipped behind the clouds there, Jamie. Gamez, he'll kick, and it's going to come down. And ball bobbled right there by the Spartan return man. And I believe bringing the ball up for Mason County Central there looked to be, let's see here.
And number 14, Keldon Mosier, in on that tackle there for the Orioles.
Yeah.
Looked like long with number 25 right there. Or look, maybe it's 23, my eyes. Jace Hodges.
Thought that was Talon Peterson that returned that ball, number 17. I could be wrong on that. Irregardless.
No, it was 25. We don't have a 25.
Was it 25 for the Spartans?
No, 25 for us,
okay.
But we don't have one on the roster. Right. He was in on the tackle as well.
Spartans will start off on their own 25-yard line. 9:58 to go, opening half. Back to pass, Blodzik. He's got a receiver breaking out here, and it's going to be nicely defended there by the Orioles. Zach Graham did a beautiful job going back and knocking that ball away. It was intended out there for Eli Smith.
I tell you, when he let go of that pass scoop, I thought they might have a touchdown, and that ball just hung up in the air, and it allowed Zach Graham to get underneath there and almost get an interception.
We want to thank McGee Insurance Group. They have been serving West Michigan since 1939. They provide quality insurance coverage tailored to fit your needs and budget. McGee Insurance services include auto, commercial, home, health, life, and umbrella insurance. The McGee Insurance Group, 5965 West US 10, located next door to Ludington Chiropractic and Dr. Markiak. Call 231-845-5000. There's a run there by the Spartans. And I believe that was their tailback, Ty Norton, on the carry. He gets 5 yards on the carry. He'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Ball on the Spartan 30-yard line. It's like, as you said, they're running away from Walt Autry, and I would do the same thing if I was coaching an opposing team.
Yeah, they're trying their best they can, but the rest of the Orioles are reading it right there. And number 7 right there, Messiah Himes, came all the way across the field to get up in that tackle along with Cooper Holmes right there.
3rd and 5 for the Spartans. Blodzik back to pass. He'll let the pass go, and it's incomplete. Zach Graham again breaking it up, and again it was intended there for Eli Smith. 4th and 5 for Mason County Central, ball on their own 30-yard line. Boy, they're trying to pick on the former Spartan right there,
I guess
Zach Graham.
Well, they had him on the slant, but the coverage was there. He broke in front of Zach, but Zach played a great position there and just waited for the ball to come. Went ahead and knocked it down for the second time in a row.
Shout out to Josh Haney, tuned in tonight to the OSN.
And here comes that sun again, Scoop.
Yeah, yes it is, as well as Zach Ziemkowski. All right, so Mason County Central will punt.
It looks like Cam's back as a safety returner.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get the number on the punter right there, Jamie. It looks like it might be number 4, Ty Norton.
It is number 4, and then Cam's going to return
Cam
this.
comes up, fields it at the 40, he's at the 50, he's at the 40 of the Spartans, he's down to the 30, all the way down to about the 22-yard line of Mason County Central. Great return there. Gunsel came up. He fielded, it was a low line drive kick, and he fielded it perfectly right there.
Did.
And he had a full head of steam when he received it.
Yeah,
and he gets the ball all the way down to the Spartan. Let's see where they mark it at. I'm sure he's inside looked like he was within, maybe it's about the 29.
Yeah, I give that about a 34-yard return right there, Scoop.
Yeah. Nice return. As you said, the sun was down for a bit. Now it's back and causing havoc.
Well, at least we can look this way to the left.
Yes, we can. 1st and 10 for the Orioles. In motion goes Messiah Himes. Gunsel's going to let it go, and it is knocked away out there. It was intended, I believe, for Taj Williams.
Yep.
And back there for the Spartans,
number 5 and number 7.
Eli Smith and Ryder Nicewander. And they've been all over the field for Mason County Central in this first half. 8:49 to go in the opening half. Ludington up 21-7.
Yeah, he went for the big one there, Scoop. He had Taj open for a second, but it's nice to go for the big one. Sometimes you take what's in front of you, and Messiah Himes right there was in front. Could have dumped it off, but can't fault him there when you got, Taj Williams was open. Cam didn't see the safety overcoming. Safety's the one that come across and batted the ball away. Otherwise, we probably would have had another touchdown right there.
Shout out to Raquel Himes. Ran into her today at Larson's. She goes, I thought I recognized that voice. And she was telling me all about, and I said, you got some pretty good sons there that are really good athletes. Now, there's a fumble right there. That's going to be a late hit on the Spartans right there.
Number 69.
Mikey Himes recovered it. He fumbled the ball, then he recovered it, and there was a late hit there by the Spartans.
Yeah, number 69, Kyle Peters, came and late hit Blake Nelson right there. And what we tried to do was a little handoff and a little reverse right there between Mikey Himes and
a little chicanery there.
Chicanery, yeah, and he bobbled it, and then Mikey took a heck of a pop right there.
And Miss Jen just looked at him, Jamie, and she just patted him on the helmet and like to say, "You're good."
Well, it's going to take a lot to keep Mikey down. He's a freshman, but I tell you, I've coached him since 7th grade in basketball, and that kid's work ethic is something to be admired for a kid that young to put them many hours in the gym and taking care of his body. He enjoys the physicality, Scoop, that's for sure.
15-yard penalty on the Spartans. Ludington has a first and 5. Ball is on the
30.
Spartan 30-yard line. 8:37 to go in the second quarter. Ludington up by 14, 21-7. Gunsel, he will give, and on the carry, breaking a tackle. That's Wilson. That's Michael Wilson with a 20-yard touchdown run at the 8:29 mark of the second quarter.
And I tell you what, Scoop, I think that caught Mason County Central off guard, because that is the first time that
the Orioles have scored this year without it being the Cam Gunsel-related score. Except Messiah Himes did have a touchdown reception.
Yeah, and it's also the first time that the Orioles lined up in this game with a running back behind Cam Gunsel.
So a touchdown run there for the Orioles of 20 yards.
We got a penalty flag thrown, and we're going to find out what that is right here.
Michael Wilson, a really nice 20-yard touchdown run.
Conduct against Ludington.
But Wilson with a real nice 20-yard touchdown run right there. And Ludington now out to a 27-7 lead, 8:29 to go in the second quarter. And as Jamie said,
untouched at that, Scoop.
yes, made some nice moves right there. Again, Walt Autry, the Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight. You'll hear his interview at the intermission. We'll also talk about Coach Rich Kirby's JV's 35-6 victory over the Spartans of Mason County Central last night at Oriole Field.
You got to give credit to the wide receivers on that run, Scoop, because every single one of them were blocking downfield and blocking textbook, keeping their hands inside the shoulders so they didn't get caught with a holding penalty, and that sprung him for untouched.
Jamie, I think our receivers come from the blocking school of Isaac Tesla, the third-round draft pick of the Detroit Lions. Well, they love to do it. Okay, Gomez.
Fits right in.
Gomez in for the point after attempt. Good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Line drive that made it through there. And with 8:29 to go in the second quarter, Ludington 28, Mason County Central 7. You are watching and listening to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM.
What makes great apple juice? Great apples. Who makes great apples? Easy. Michigan Farmers. Indian Summer represents only the best Michigan farmers, and all of its delicious products are made in Ludington. Ask for Indian Summer in your favorite store now.
Welcome back to Spartan Community Field. Ludington 28, Mason County Central 7, 8:29 to go in this second quarter. We want to thank Urca Auto Center. They are founded on trust, integrity, and respect. We are proud to offer these values in our sales and business practices so our customers keep returning. The vehicles on our lot have the best prices and quality in the area, so come by and see us today. The Urca family has been selling vehicles in Mason County for 4 generations. Urca Auto Center, 3736 West US 10. Call 845-6282. All right, now that sun is absolutely brutal right now. Hey, shout out to Alex Nadobny. That's Alex Nadobny. I work with him on the SS Badger. He's a big fan of the Orioles. I know he's tuned in tonight. And also to the mayor of 4th Ward, the one and only John Bown, tuned in as well to the OSN tonight. Okay, so Ludington, the penalty marked off, Jamie, and the Orioles will be kicking from their own 25-yard line. That's where Gabe Gomez teased the ball up at.
I got to give a big shout out to Gabe's kicking really well tonight. Last week was his first.
A little nervous.
Yeah, your first time kicking in a varsity football game, and he's really kicking well tonight, Scoop.
And he came from Manitowoc. His family drove him around. He come from being the goalie for the Ludington soccer team that won the
I say that, I put the jinx on him.
That won the Car Ferry Cup. So he's a goalie on our Ludington varsity soccer team. Yeah, and he kicks the ball out of bounds. And let's see where the Spartans, what they're going to do here. Hey, you know who was tuned in last week and who's also tuned in tonight? We know her very well, our very own Julia Havman. Last week she was tuned in from East Lansing, listening on the campus of Michigan State University, our longtime Oriole technical engineer, Julia Havman. So, Julia, we wish you all the best. We hope you're having a lot of fun and doing great in East Lansing.
And if you're listening right now, Julia, I got something to tell you. Go blue.
And at Michigan State there, Julia, all the best to you. We miss you, but Nick is doing a fine job as our technical engineer tonight. He learned a lot from you. And Nick's nodding his head right now. So Gomez will tee up now, Jamie, from their Oriole 20-yard line.
Mm-hmm. We're about 5 minutes away from not having to worry about the sun anymore, Scoop.
Now Gomez here, his kick is going to come down at about the 35. It's at the 40 on the return for the Spartans, number 4, and that's Ty Norton. There's a fumble. Another Oriole fumble. Orioles cause another
number 8 right
fumble.
there.
Yes, and that was
Dario Lopez.
Dario Lopez causes that fumble there. That's the second time the Orioles special teams, their kickoff team, has caused a fumble in this ball game in this first half.
I tell you what, though, for Dario Lopez, 5'7", 144 pounds, that guy hits like a Mack truck.
He certainly does, and he had a big game at Coopersville last week. All right, Ludington now has the ball, 1st and 10, and they are at their own 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Orioles. Ludington up 28-7, 8:23 to go in the second quarter. Gunsel back to pass. He's going to air it out here. He's got a receiver breaking, and he just overthrew, and that was intended for Taj Williams. He overthrew Taj, and that tells you about the strength of Cam Gunsel's arm right there when you can overthrow Taj Williams.
Yeah. He stepped back. He stepped into the throw. He had a nice throw. It was there, and just about 2 yards overthrown.
Again, next week, the Orioles, their home opener. That's the 12th of September. It's a conference opener against the Fremont Packers. OSN and 102.7 WMOM will be there on the air right around 6:45. Next Friday, Oriole Field, Ludington, and the Fremont Packers. We still got another half and 8 minutes and 17 seconds to go in this ball game. Ludington and Mason County Central. Gunsel on the keeper. Gunsel still on his feet.
Look at the
Cam
blocks by those
Gunsel,
wide
he may
receivers.
go. Cam Gunsel's going to go for a touchdown. Wow! A 53-yard touchdown run by the Oriole All-State candidate at the 8:06 mark.
I tell you what, those, Cam better come over here right now, and he's giving his wide receivers high fives because those guys are throwing blocks out there, just giving gaps for Cam to run untouched. It's unbelievable how well those wide receivers are blocking that. The wide receiver coach right there, Kyle Himes Sr., is teaching those guys some good things on blocking.
We'll know in a little bit here if Cam Gunsel was selected as the 13 on your sidelines MVP of the week. I know he was in the running, and he should have. If there's any justice in the world, that kick is low snap right there, and the kick is blocked. But if there's any justice in the world, Gunsel will be named as the 13 on your sidelines MVP of the week, which
very well should be. I mean,
all
good candidates that were up for the vote, but if you're going by stats and what happened, it's all by voting, but it all depends. I know the Oriole Nation was out there voting strongly for Cam, but you got some of them bigger cities that might have some more people, but
we're going to stay right
very
here,
well
Jamie.
Deserving anyway.
Yeah. Orioles up 34-7, 8:06 to go in the second quarter. North Star Chiropractic, another of our fine sponsors, they pride themselves on taking care of Oriole athletes of all ages. The team at North Star Chiropractic is dedicated to helping Orioles prevent injuries, recover faster, and improve their overall performance. North Star's expert chiropractors understand the unique needs of athletes and use cutting-edge techniques to ensure a pain-free performance. And North Star Chiropractic, Oriole performance is our priority. That's North Star Chiropractic, 311 South Rath Avenue. Call 231-843-8200. And Team Loney Real Estate. That's Team Jamie Loney, 5-Star Real Estate. If you're thinking about selling your home or property, let Team Jamie Loney at 5-Star Real Estate guide you every step of the way with clear communication, strong organization, and a focus on your wants and needs. Jamie makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Jamie Loney today at 231-794-9740. Team Jamie Loney, 513 South James Street in Ludington. Big weekend. NFL kicks off. The Lions at the Packers. I'm looking forward to working tomorrow and Sunday on the Badger. They're letting the customer service employees wear Detroit Lion or Green Bay Packer jerseys. My biggest decision, which of my 13 Lions jerseys do I wear, Jamie?
Hey, why don't you take 4 of them and wear one in each quarter?
I'm taking
there we go.
Big hit
nice
there.
Tackle right there. I know that kid. Brody Jones in on
Brody Jones.
Got down the first hit right there.
Gage Jones' younger brother, and I tell you what, Gage Jones, he was a heck of a football player here at Ludington. You know what? I think I'm going to take about 7 or 8 of my Lions jerseys and let some of my coworkers wear them. Just tell them, hey, just don't get any food on them. Remember Coach Shank borrowed...
They'll wash out, Scoop.
Yeah, it will. But Coach Shank borrowed one of my Milwaukee Brewer jerseys a few years ago. Went over to a Brewers game. I just said, don't get any mustard on it. I'll be happy. And he took good care of it. It was a Robin Yount jersey. Okay, 8:01 to go in the first half. Ludington 34, Mason County Central 7. Spartans with the football. They have the ball on their own 25-yard line. Blodzik back to pass. He lets it air out. He's got a receiver breaking. He's got him. Nice pitch and catch there from Blodzik to his receiver. Boy, did he lay that ball in there. That was a beautifully thrown pass by Pierce Blodzik. And he, number...
Is it 32?
I believe that's number 32, yeah. Mason Maiden's on the reception there for the Spartans. Beautifully thrown pass.
They just took a shot right there, and he got he got past the safety and
looked like Michael Wilson back there, who's coming off. We had that nice touchdown run here.
He had a little bit of a limp right there. So
Yep.
I'm not real sure. I didn't see it from the corner, but well executed play right there.
Yeah.
Scoop.
You know, as Coach Gunsel said, the Spartans have won 9 of their last 11 games. They've been playing some good football, but the Orioles, the MCC, really running into a buzzsaw tonight. Now, there's a nice gain there for Ty Norton.
Well, I tell you, Scoop, that when you got a front line that can, with the size that we have, and they can block like that, and then you add in the speed of our quarterback and our receivers, and then on top of that, every one of our receivers are just blocking excellent. It's hard to defend, Scoop.
Gain of 5 on that carry by Norton. He was brought down by the Orioles, by Blake Nelson. Nelson on the stop right there. And, Nelson again on the stop, Gunsel on the assist, and also coming up there, the heat-seeking missile, Cooper Holmes, number 3.
And he had 55 or 54 in there, Blake Nelson also.
Again, that Oriole defense, the starters, the ends are Colin Shelton, number 50, and number 20, Logan Sloan. The tackles, number 53, Connor Cheney, and number 63, Big Walt Autry. The linebackers are J.T. Keith, number 9, and also Cooper Holmes, number 3. The secondary for the Orioles, Michael Wilson, also Messiah Himes. You got Zach Graham back there and Mikey Himes. So the Spartans right there try to keep it right into the run it right into the interior part of the Oriole defensive line right there.
Yeah, I think the Spartans want to chew a little clock up here, Scoop.
And they get the first down.
And then we're in that spot right here. Let's bend but not break.
Yep. We want to thank Bob's Roofing Company. They are your reliable roofing partner with over 50 years of experience using only the finest quality materials, licensed and insured in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing. We've got you covered. Call us today and schedule your free estimate at 877-641-2627. Mike Mesher, he's your local salesman. All right, 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball on the Oriole 22-yard line. Blodzik looks left. He's going to let it go. He's got a receiver out there. And, oh, what a catch. And it's a touchdown. That is a beautiful pitch and catch there from Pierce Blodzik to, I believe, number 5.
Yep,
at the 5:39 mark. 5:39 mark. And that was a 22. I think we had 22-yard. And, boy, did Blodzik lay that ball in there.
Yeah, that's one of those where you throw up and you throw it up there and you expect your receiver to go up and high point it. And on the coverage was Mikey Himes, and Mikey Himes was up there trying to high point it to intercept it.
He couldn't do much more on that.
He couldn't do much more.
Himes had beautiful defense
got
there.
Up much higher.
Oh, and there Blodzik had a receiver wide open on a 2-point attempt, and it just went through the intended receiver, Mason Maiden's hands right there. So the point after try, no good. And with 5:39 to go in the opening half, your score from Spartan Community Field, the Ludington Orioles 34, the Mason County Central Spartans 13. You are watching and listening to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM.
Smith & Eddy Insurance in partnership with Auto Owners Insurance. Since 1902, Smith & Eddy Insurance has been building relationships and providing insurance solutions as the area's largest independent agency. Here at Smith & Eddy Insurance, in partnership with Auto Owners, we offer the most experienced staff, the widest array of policies, and we have partnered with Auto Owners Insurance to provide exceptional solutions for our customers. With new technology and an old-school philosophy, our team is committed to delivering a winning customer experience by placing the right people in the right roles. Proudly serving all of West Michigan from our 4 convenient locations in Bear Lake, Scottville, Manistee, and in Hart, Smith & Eddy and Auto Owners remains deeply committed to the communities we serve and dedicated to meeting your insurance needs. Smith & Eddy Insurance in partnership with Auto Owners Insurance.
Welcome back. Looks like the Spartans will attempt an onside. Nope, they might attempt an onside kick right there. They had the ball not on the tee right there. Mikey Himes knocks it down. Now Himes picks it up. Himes trying to get to the outside. Himes, he's got a little running room out there, Mikey Himes, and a really nice return out to about the out to the Oriole
37.
38-yard line there. So Mikey Himes, nice return. Coach Thad Shank just reminded us that the Ludington girls volleyball team, the OSN, will be there covering their match on Tuesday from Holly Gym, I believe, against Whitehall. Is that correct? So Oriole Sports Network will be there covering the Ludington girls volleyball match against Whitehall on Tuesday. Okay, so I think Shelly Anderson will be doing the play-by-play for that match. We have a penalty on the Orioles.
Holding.
We'd like to thank Lenz Balder Insurance in Ludington. They're your local agency that gets it right the first time. With a reputation built on knowledge, speed, and accuracy, they help individuals and businesses find coverage that truly fits. As an independent agency, Lenz Balder compares top carriers to find the best protection for your home, car, or your business so you don't have to. From personalized service to peace of mind, Lenz Balder delivers more than insurance, they deliver confidence. Here's a run now, and that's Mikey Himes.
What a stiff arm.
Wow, beautiful. Yeah, he looked like Bronco Nagurski with that stiff arm right there. He broke a couple of tackles before he's finally brought down some dogged pursuit there by the Spartans, and it looked like number 50 finally made the tackle there for Mason County Central, Justin Rosendis.
Yeah, and just about every possession there that we have, we have that back coming across, whether it's Taj or Mikey Himes. And Cam always fakes the pitch and reads from there. That time he gave it to him, and
a lot of work there.
Just another thing for the Spartan defense to have to worry about.
A lot of work there, Jamie, for 1 yard. Kind of like, remember the great legendary Lion Barry Sanders, who ended up with just a boatload of yards rushing, but he also ended up in his career with like over 1,000 yards negative rushing.
Yeah, well, most of the time the first defender contacted him an average of 3 yards behind the field.
Exactly.
And most of the time they didn't tackle him.
Yep.
Still, in my opinion, greatest running back of all time.
Well, that makes two of us. Although Barry Sanders' dad always said it was Jim Brown. Hey, I never did get finished with the Spartan starters on defense. Again, the nose tackle, Gideon Sales, he wears number 55. Defensive tackle, number 69, Kyle Peters, 77. Abel Edmondson is a defensive end. The linebackers, number 54, Parker Overmeyer, outside linebacker, and also number 4, Ty Norton, outside linebacker. Inside linebackers, number 12, Caden Reese, and number 21, Brandon Peters. We'll give you the secondary here in just a moment. Ludington facing third and 9. And now Gunsel will keep. Gunsel, he's got the first down and then some. Gunsel, he's out to the 40. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. He cuts it back inside. And he's finally brought down by about 4 Spartans right there at the Mason County Central 38-yard line. Another big gain for the Oriole quarterback, Cam Gunsel, the all-state candidate.
Yeah, he had Mikey Himes and Kyle Himes out in front as receivers, just paving the way. And, when you got Cam coming around the corner and guys are blocking, and he's just like, okay, which one do I want to hit right here? It's a beautiful thing, for Ludington to have right now. It's Coach Gunsel's got a heck of a team the last few years, and it's something for the Oriole football team to have right now. It's a good ride to be on, Scoop.
Ludington up 34-13, 4:04 to go in the opening half. The secondary for the Spartans, number 7, Ryder Nicewander. He's a starting cornerback. The other cornerback, number 3, Michael Shy. The free safety is number 5, Eli Smith, and the strong safety, number 6, Pierce Blodzik. That's your starters on defense for the Mason County Central Spartans. We're down to 3:43 to go. Now a timeout call. Ludington up 34-13. We're going to stay here and tell you about Ludington Chiropractic and Dr. Mark Yack. They've been serving the chiropractic needs of Ludington and the surrounding communities for more than 30 years. At Ludington Chiropractic, no appointment is necessary, as it is strictly a walk-in clinic. That's Dr. Mark Yack at Ludington Chiropractic, 5965 East Ludington Avenue. For questions, call 231-843-1874. And again, a big shout out to McGee Insurance Group. They've been serving West Michigan since 1939. They provide quality insurance coverage tailored to fit your needs and budget. McGee Insurance services include auto, commercial, home, health, life, and umbrella insurance. McGee Insurance Group, 5965 West US 10, located next door to Ludington Chiropractic and Dr. Mark Eck. Call 231-845-5000. A few more shout-outs. Tommy Belahowski, great athlete at Ludington and fantastic softball player, member of the Michigan Softball Hall of Fame. Patrick Nelson, also Luke Potter, also known as Laser Wolf, who is listening in Clare, Ludington High School graduate. And to my brother-in-law and sister, Lamonte and Che Harris, listening in Nunica, Michigan. And watching, I should say. Okay, the Orioles are 1st and 10. And Gunsel's going to throw. He'll get rid of it. It's caught out there. Nice reception by Kyle Himes Jr. And we have another Oriole first down. Boy, that ball was a laser. I'm just talking about Laser Wolf. Also known as Luke Potter, and that was a laser right there.
Yeah, that was a laser, and I tell you, it was Kyle Himes went up and high pointed that and squeezed it right there. Scoop the catch with your hands, not your body. It was textbook on both ends, pass and catch.
You know, Jamie, it's hard to believe that meeting last week between Coopersville and Ludington. That was the first ever meeting between the two schools.
First time in football, huh?
Yep, first time. Well, they played in basketball, but first time meeting in football. Okay, Ludington 1st and 10, ball at the Spartan 29, and on the carry, and MCC does a nice job spreading that out. On the carry for the Orioles right there, that was Messiah Himes, and MCC did a really nice job of spacing that play.
Yeah,
spreading
him out right there, and Messiah tried to cut it back up inside, which he had, but then there was another defender right there, so they strung it out well and stopped for no gain. Actually, probably a loss of 2. Yep, loss of 2.
2nd down and 12. Ball on the Oriole 31-yard line. It's nice tonight. They were here. Jeremy, or was it Jason Gorman? One of the Gormans was here handing out the local sports journal, the one that has Cam Gunsel on the front cover. Down to 2:49 left in this second quarter. The Orioles up 34-13. They face a 2nd down and 12. It's going to be a gorgeous sunset tonight. Gunsel lets the ball. He's got a receiver open. What a catch! It's an incomplete pass. He had it momentarily, and the Spartan did a nice job right there, jarring the ball. Yeah. And it looked like it was intended out there. Was that Messiah? Was that Taj?
I can't see the...
Yeah, the numbers. It was not Zach Graham, I think. Hold it. Just a second. Still can't see.
No, it's Kyle Himes Jr.
Yeah, you're right. It was Kyle Himes Jr., and the Spartan defender did a really nice job out there.
Number 7 for Ryder Nicewander.
Ryder, I tell you what, I've been impressed with him. Ryder Nicewander, he's had a really nice first half for his Spartans. He's been all over the field. Ludington faces a 3rd and 12, 2:37 left in the opening half.
And we got Cooper Holmes in on offense right here.
He got some carries last week towards the end of the ball game against Coopersville. And he had some nice yards on the ground. And now Gunsel will fake to Cooper, and he'll keep, and MCC does a real nice job right there. And Ludington's going to be faced with a 4th and probably at least 10, I would think. 4th and 11. So they have the ball at the Spartan 30-yard line.
Well, let's see what...
I think they're going to take a timeout here.
Let's see what Coach Gillett dials up here.
Yeah.
But
Cam coming over to talk to Coach Charlie Gunsel and also offensive coordinator Brent Gillett right now. We'd like to thank Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. Its owner, Matt Ewing, great guy, big fan of the Orioles, particularly Ludington basketball. Ludington Paint and Glass is a local store with more, located at 213 South James Street, downtown Ludington. Call LP&G 843-8250. Ludington Paint and Glass, a local source for all of your projects. Proud to support the Ludington Orioles while being a sponsor on the OSN. And Mike Benedict, talk about being a big advocate and supporter and fan of the Ludington Orioles. Mike Benedict, it definitely is and has been for some time. State champion cross-country runner for Ludington back in 1981. Outstanding bowler, 18 perfect 300 games. Benedict's Auto Center, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 1940s. Mike can be reached at 231-613-4111. Benedict's Auto Center, 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. Speaking of some great Ludington athletes, 2 of the 3, when I was growing up, I've mentioned several times, Steve Hall, Greg Krupa, and Blake Fry were my 3 earliest Ludington sports role models. I was a little bit... wasn't Mike Larson came a little bit before my time. You know, he was graduated in '72 from Ludington High School. What a great ball player he was. I've got to know Mike and become good friends with him since him and his wife Jody moved back to the area several years ago. But
very humble guy,
yes,
too.
Yeah.
Doesn't you want to talk to him about being a Ludington legend, and he doesn't want to talk about it. He's quiet, and he just smiles. And
he had the Ludington boys scoring record for 51 years before the record was broke by David Sunshine Schillinger. Okay, we have a 4th and 11 for the Orioles. Gunsel back to pass. He's still back. Now he'll let it go, and it is incomplete. Wow, yeah, 2 Orioles and 2 Spartans just met. What a collision out there.
Yeah, we might have.
Yeah,
might have one Oriole down.
Let's see.
He took a heck of a hit.
He did take it. Getting up slowly was Zach Graham. Now getting up even slower. Now he turns over on his stomach. Let's see what number that is out there. Is that Taj? Zach Graham is up, but Zach is holding his left arm. Yeah, we had 2 Oriole receivers right in the same neighborhood. They're in the same vicinity.
Kyle Himes.
Let's see. Miss Jen Mraz, our athletic trainer, going out there to talk to him right now, and he got up very warily. But as I was saying earlier, pass incomplete. It's going to be Spartan football with 1:37 to go in the second quarter. Those 2, yeah, you're right. It was Kyle Himes Jr. The 2 athletes I mentioned, 1974 Ludington All-State running back Greg Krupa went on to play college ball at Saginaw Valley State, and also Steve Hull. They were with their good buddy Mark Peterson here tonight, or they are here with Mark Peterson tonight. Hull, Krupa, and Mark Peterson. I saw him earlier. And I said, "Hey, where's Blake? If you brought Blake Fry with you, I'd had all my 3 earliest sports role models." Okay, so right now we have 1:37 to go in the second quarter. Ludington 34, Mason County Central 13.
Yeah, that's just one of those routes there, Scoop, where the ball's in the air and 2 receivers ended up in the same spot, which brings in an extra defender. And I tell you what, all 4 of them collided there. So
Blodzik pass is complete. Cooper Holmes over there. Ludington swarming over there. You love to see that gang tackling. Blodzik is passing. He's been right on the money with his passes.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Scoop, I think with a minute and 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter there, I think that was isn't that the first drive that Mason County Central is stopped Ludington.
And Cam Gunsel, you can see by his body language, they're not happy at all. It looks like the Orioles are going to get hit with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I was over at the end of the Oriole practice last night because I interviewed Walt Autry for Player in the Spotlight and also Coach Gunsel for the pregame interview. And Coach made it a point of emphasis. He had his players there. He said, it's a rivalry game. It's a county rivalry game. They're going to try to get you guys hot under the collar and talking trash. Yeah, don't fall for it.
I think they got the freshman there,
Mikey Himes. I think we're not positive on that.
But he just got subbed out, and the coach was talking
to him a little lecture.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened over there, but that's rivalry football.
Bob Blodzik's pass is incomplete. Zach Graham again. And Graham got away with a little extracurricular activity right there, too. Graham deflected the pass. It was intended out there for the Spartans, Eli Smith. And that's another thing, you give up 15 right there, Jamie. It's late in the first half. You're up 34-13. The Spartans score here and get the extra point. They cut it to 14 points.
Yeah. You hate to see that. You don't know what really went on over on the far side of the field, but when officials are close by and they, it just might even be words.
Yeah.
Just some words come out and boom, that's it.
Shout out to Sue Smith, another big Oriole fan tuned in tonight, as well as Cindy Hackert. Okay, here come the Spartans to run. Good job there. Messiah Himes did a great job right there, bringing down the Spartans' number 4, Ty Norton.
Yeah, it was. Messiah was all over him, wrapped him up, and you like that because a lot of time your corners will hold a guy up and let somebody else come in, and here come Big Walt Autry ready to lay one down. That guy, oh no, the guy just says, I'll go down.
Walt was big last year, Jamie. I interviewed him yesterday, and I was just like, wow. You look at just the muscles popping, and boy, he is just, you talk about a dominating right tackle. And
what I like? One of the things I like best about him
is how humble he is.
He's humble. You see how big he is and how physical he is out on the football field. And then you get in there and you watch him play the his musical instrument there, and he's just as talented on that musical instrument as he is out here on the football field.
My
Scoop.
wife and I went a few years ago to the drama production by the LHS Drama Club, Fiddler on the Roof, and Walt was in there and did a fantastic job. Yeah,
he plays that big old bass, string bass, and I tell you what, he's excellent.
Yeah, that was, if I remember right, I'm trying to think if I got that right. I know he was in there. A few more shout-outs. One to Janae Hodges, big Oriole fan, tuned in tonight. And Granny Bennett Buck, who is a big Oriole fan, is also tuned into the OSN tonight.
You got a big list of shout-outs there,
I do. And right now, Mason County Central facing a 3rd and 13. Ball is on their 49-yard line. Blodzik, he's flushed out of the pocket and still on his feet. He'll get rid of it. Wide open. And the ball is caught right there. And a nice gain down to the Oriole 34-yard line before the tackle is made by Gunsel. On the reception, it looked to be number 3 for the Spartans, Michael Shy.
Yeah, I tell you what, right there, number 20.
For the Orioles.
For the Orioles, Logan Sloan.
I'm sorry, Logan Sloan.
He was close to a sack, but it was a great scramble out of there by the quarterback, and just his receiver was smart and sat down in the open pocket.
Sloan was in hot pursuit right there, and a nice play there by their quarterback Blodzik to avoid that sack. Yeah. And now there's a pass intended right there. Zach Graham again in on the defense for the Orioles. The pass was intended for Eli Smith. Pass a little overthrown there by Blodzik.
Yeah, I tell you, I think that's 0 for 5 in passes against Zach Graham. He's defended all 5 of them tonight so far, Scoop.
Yes, he has. He has done a really, really nice job from his cornerback position. Zach Graham, the senior. And now MCC facing a 2nd and 10. Ball on the Oriole 34-yard line. 43 seconds to go in the second quarter. Ludington up 34-13. Orioles next week home, their conference opener and their season opener. And flushed out of the pocket is Blodzik. He does a nice job just to get out of bounds and stop the clock and avoid a loss right there.
Yeah, we had a chance to get him back there, but his speed is helpful to him. He was able to just turn the corner and get a couple of yards out of it. You know, this is a big stand right here. 37 seconds left to go. You know, you'd like to see the Oriole defense stand up like they have in this first half and get out of here with only giving up 13 points.
We want to thank Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. Smith & Eddy, our exclusive post-game sponsor. And also Safe Harbor Credit Union, and that show will be coming your way here in about 37 seconds. Our exclusive halftime show sponsor, where your success is our success. We belong to you. Visit them at 5511. And here's a pass by Blodzik. He's going to go up top. And if anything, that could have been offensive pass interference right there.
The receiver number 4, he pulled on the jersey of Messiah Himes to slow him down to stop him from, because the pass was overthrown. It was going to be intercepted.
Yeah. It's going to bring up a 4th and 9 right there. 30 seconds to go. Again, you can visit Safe Harbor Credit Union at 5511 US 10 in Ludington, or give them a call, 843-2323, Safe Harbor Credit Union. And, of course, Lundquist Furniture, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor, West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville. Family-owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist. Talk to Trent. He's there for you. Doesn't matter if you're a Spartan, an Oriole, you can be a Cardinal, you could even be a Watersmeet Nimrod, and Trent would be there for you. You can call him at 231-757-3368. We have a timeout on the field, 30 seconds to go in the opening half. Ludington 34, Mason County Central 13. Some more shout-outs. Karen Foote, big Oriole backer. Todd Matson, 1984 graduate of Ludington High School, who I played some football with. He was a ferocious hitter. So he's tuned in tonight. Also, Randy Hodges, Kerry Henyon. These are all big Oriole backers tuned in on the OSN tonight. Susan Mann, Charlotte Nicholson, Dave Roglin. Also, Evan Claveau, Tucker Braitwish, Chad Ortis, Mary Russell, and McCoy Landis.
How do you get these shout-outs, Scoop?
Well, a lot of people just I'll look over at the screen over here and see that they're tuned in.
Yeah. Okay.
Some people will bump into during the week. It'll be like, hey, Scoop, I'm going to be tuned into the game. I can't wait to watch the Orioles. Here we go, 4th and 9 for Mason County Central. Blodzik, he's rolling right now. Rolling right, he's going to let it go. He's got a receiver breaking, incomplete. And great defense back there by Michael Wilson. And the pass was intended for the Spartans, Brandon Peters. And back there for the Orioles, Michael Wilson. Pass incomplete. Ludington defense, they bent a little bit right there, but they did not break. And with 24 seconds to go in the opening half, Ludington gets possession of the football. They have a 34-13 lead.
It was a good stand, here. Scoop, I'd be surprised. We got 24 seconds to go on the clock here. You would think they might come out and just take a knee, but with Mason County Central getting the ball in the next, first possession in the next half, I wouldn't doubt if we take a shot here.
I would tend to agree with you, Jamie. Here we go. And they will. Gunsel back.
He's got
all data pass. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, still on his feet. He's going to let it go.
There
Got a
it
receiver
is.
wide open. It's caught there by Graham. Zach Graham still on his feet. Now he's
Get down.
He's still on his feet. Zach Graham will get
Oh,
out
he
of
got
bounds.
out of bounds.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got another shot.
So Graham gets out of bounds. Big pickup right there. Gunsel to Graham. 9 seconds to go in the opening half. And the Orioles will have the ball at the Spartan 43-yard line.
Yeah, I like to just looked out there right there after that play. Number 7 was down on a knee right there for Mason County Central, and number 55 for Ludington lineman Salazar come running over to make sure he was okay there. That it's a rival, but you gotta love the sportsmanship, and that's what it's all about.
Couldn't have said it better, Jamie. All right, 1st and 10 for the Orioles. Gunsel back. All data pass. Look at that line.
Look at Walt.
Just
Stay out of
Gunsel
here.
directing traffic. He's got. It's caught! It's caught! It's caught! Oh my goodness! On a deflection right there. The Spartan defender had it. He deflected it right into the arms. We got to get a number here. Taj Williams on the deflection. Oh my goodness! A 42-yard touchdown pass as time expires
That's the
here in
Hail
the
Mary
first half.
right there, Scoop.
Wow!
You got me fired up on that one, Scoop.
0-0-0. 42-yard touchdown pass. He had all day to pass it because of that offensive line of the Orioles.
I tell you that Walt Autry was eating up 2 guys over on that right side, and he just stepped up in the pocket and let it go.
Gunsel to Taj Williams. Gomez point after is up and splits the uprights. Ludington 41, Mason County Central 13. We are at the half. What a way to end it.
I tell you, there's 23 seconds to go, Scoop, and I said I wouldn't doubt if we take a shot here. And I tell you, I was right on the point. I just thought, at this type of game, why not? Why not try to score another one?
Wow. Just all I can say is wow. Ludington 41, Mason County Central 13. We are at the half here at Spartan Community Field, and we're going to step aside for 2 minutes right now. You are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network in 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation.
Hey everyone, this is Trent Lundquist from Lundquist Furniture. We've been serving West Michigan since 1940. We're here to serve you guys as a full-blown furniture store. So we have mattresses, we have recliners, we have dining room tables, anything that you would need to furnish your house, we have it. And we provide one of the best services around on the west side of Michigan. We will go anywhere in the whole state of Michigan. We will deliver it, we'll service it, we'll take care of you. I just want to appreciate you guys for being customers of ours, and we're here to serve you, and that's what we do. We're here for the Orioles. We're here for the Cardinals. We're here for the Spartans. We're proud to be a sponsor of this Oriole Sports Network.
Welcome to House of Flavors, Michigan's largest ice cream producer. But we're more than just ice cream. We exist to make ice cream, feed people, and make our world a better place. We donate 25% of all profits to charity annually. You heard that right. We are dedicated, innovative, adaptable. Come join our team. We are looking for amazing people to join our team in maintenance, operations, palletizing, warehouse, CDL drivers. We provide career development opportunities, year-round stability, competitive wages, health insurance, 401k retirement, bonuses, profit sharing, and free ice cream. Join us to make ice cream and make a difference. Find your career today at houseofflavors.com/careers.
Well, Jamie, all I can say about that last play, it ended as the first half expired. When the play began, there were 9 seconds left. Walt Autry it looked like he was toying with a couple of Spartan defenders right there and just gave Cam all the time in the world. A 42-yard touchdown pass, Cam Gunsel, that was deflected by a Spartan defender right into the waiting arms of Taj Williams. And all you and I can both say about that is, woo!
Yeah,
Yes.
That's where you know when you got that pass, you always your defensive coach is bat it down.
Looked like Drew Pearson in that playoff game at Minnesota, Dallas and Minnesota. Roger Staubach and the Hail Mary to Drew Pearson right there, the way it was deflected.
Just happened, he went up and I think he was trying to intercept it, but as it was being batted down, right there was Taj, and he just dropped right in his hands.
What a first half for the Orioles. Last week they defeat Coopersville by the score of 40-13, and they lead at half here against Mason County Central tonight, 41-13. We want to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive halftime show sponsor. Where your success is our success, we belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington, or give them a call, 843-2323. Safe Harbor Credit Union. Now, when we come back, we are going to talk about Coach Rich Kirby's JV's 35-6 victory last night. We also have some more shout-outs, and we're going to do the scoring summary. But right now, I'd like to thank Indian Summer Co-op. They are proud to be a sponsor of the Oriole Sports Network and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for this season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. Right now, we're going to step aside and listen to the interview I did with our Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight, the Orioles All-State right tackle candidate, Big Walt Autry. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation. Welcome, Oriole Nation, to the Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight for tonight's game, and that player is Big Walt Autry. Walt is a senior. He wears jersey number 63. He plays right tackle on offense, and he also plays defensive tackle on defense. Now, Walt, the favorite thing for you about being a Ludington Oriole football player?
Man, I love my teammates. I've been playing with these guys since I was in like 3rd grade. I quit 4th grade and they came back. I'm really glad I did because I made a lot of great friendships that are still now around today. So yeah.
Your strongest or best trait about the way you play the game?
I think you said it. I think I'm really strong compared to a lot of other guys. It's just put a lot of work in on the off season, and I think it shows in the game. So, yeah.
No doubt it shows in the game, and Coach Gunsel's mentioned how much time you put in the weight room.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing.
Walt, there is a lot of talk about you being an All-Stater this year. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's definitely one of my goals for the season. Last year, I think it was like 2nd team All-State or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get the big first team this year. That'd be a dream come true for sure. Yeah.
You'll get a kick out of this. You probably already saw the game, but that was on the OSN 102.7 WMOM. But in the post-game show, I interviewed Coach Gunsel, and I said, Coach, what a ball game tonight for potential All-Stater Walt Autry. And he said, potential, Scoop, potential. He goes, no, he's going to be an All-Stater.
Well, thank you, Coach Gunsel. I appreciate it.
Walt, what do you feel the team's strengths and goals are this year?
Yeah, I think our strengths are definitely, I'm obviously an offensive line guy, but I think our skill guys are putting in a ton of work that I've seen a lot of work, but they put in a lot more this season than I've ever seen before. And our passing game is obviously off the charts. It's amazing. As long as our running game, I think our whole offense is a big strength this season. And I think as the goals, I want to beat Manistee, and I want to beat Scottville, and I want to beat them by a lot. Other than that, you can't really ask for much more.
That's the Dad's Traveling Trophy, which Ludington has right now, and also the Lumberman's Trophy, which MCC upset Ludington last year 50-43, and I know you guys just can't wait to take the field tonight.
Yeah, that was probably my least favorite part of my high school career, losing last year. It was a great game up until the last couple minutes. We want to pull that one out at the end there, but I can't sit on that. You got to move forward, and I think this season we're going to have a great bounce back for sure.
I often see quarterback Cam Gunsel, and he often has a smile on his face, and I can see why. When he's got a right tackle like you and your other teammates as well on the offensive line, you guys are a really cohesive unit.
Yeah, for sure. We returned all 4 of our starters from last year, 5 of our starters from last year, and I think this year we've taken a big step forward in just our team chemistry, strength in the weight room. I mean, we've all put in so much work. I lift with Blake Nelson and our kicker Gabe Gamas every time we go to the weight room this offseason. And I mean, we made so much more progress this season. It was amazing. So yeah.
Walt, your favorite sports movie?
I like The Waterboy, Adam Sandler.
Favorite music that you listen to?
I listen to Zach Bryan, country, and SZA. I love SZA.
Okay. Your favorite dish that Mom makes for you and your family?
She makes the best pot roast in Michigan. I'll stand on that.
Okay. Your favorite restaurant in Ludington?
Probably Ludington Pub. I really like the Carnival Club. It's amazing.
Okay. Favorite class and teacher at Ludington High School?
Coach Kirby, strength and conditioning, and probably Miss Stone as well, any math teacher. She's awesome.
Your hobbies?
I like fishing and lifting, playing football, and that's about it.
Plans for winter and spring sports at LHS?
In the winter, I'll be swimming for the Orioles, and then I'll be throwing shot put and discus in the spring.
Your role model?
My dad, for sure.
It's a good one to have.
Yeah.
Dr. Brett Autry. Walt, where do you hope to be, and what do you hope to be doing in 10 years?
Yeah, I'd like to be a strength and conditioning coach. Coach Kirby's had a great impact on my life, and he's made me want to become a teacher, go into the education, and also coaching. So strength and conditioning coach. I'm not sure where. If it's here, that'd be amazing. If it's anywhere else, I'm just as blessed.
And talk a little bit about that disappointing playoff loss last year. It was a one heck of a ball game at Big Rapids, 28-21. You guys were coming down to make it 28-27, and knowing Coach Gunsel, I'm sure he would have went for 2 in the win there.
Yeah. I mean, if we had the opportunity to go for 2, we put in our heavy set package and we would have got it. We would have won the game, but you can't sit on that. It was a great game. I had an amazing time. I mean, I know we lost, but you can't be upset when it comes down to a 7-point ball game in playoffs. Nothing gets better than that.
Maybe you'll get Big Rapids again this year. You never know.
Get our get back for sure. Yeah.
And anybody watching or listening that you'd like to send a shout out to tonight?
My grandma and grandpa Autry, my Omi and Opa, and Grandma Judy and Beepa.
All right, Big Walt, thanks on being the Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight for tonight's game. All the best to you and your teammates. It should be an exciting season this year for you and your teammates. Go O's.
Thanks, Scoop.
Fun interview there yesterday with the Orioles All-State candidate, big number 63, Walt Autry. Very, very talented, but a very, very humble young man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I seen Big Walt down here by the locker room as I was coming in and gave him a fist bump. And, whenever I see him, I was like, hey, make sure you smack somebody tonight, Big Walt. And he says, I got you, Coach.
Yeah.
So it's a very humble kid, nice kid, but I wish I had that size when I was in high school.
I know you and I are both huge fans of his. We love all our Orioles,
Walt. I love all the kids.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, again, a big thank you to Indian Summer Co-op. They are proud to be a sponsor of the OSN and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for the season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. And a big shout out to our exclusive pregame sponsor, House of Flavors Manufacturing. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in beautiful Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing, proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Orioles sports, producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. Pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. Last night, Coach Rich Kirby's Ludington JV team defeated Mason County Central 35-6. Coach Kirby said we had playmakers all over the place. The Orioles won every aspect of the game. Sophomore Asher Forfinski ran for 97 yards on 15 carries. Freshman Jace Hodges ran for 95 yards on 6 carries. Good yards per carry average right there. Mm-hmm. Andre Busan added another 54 yards on 6 carries. Leading receivers were sophomore Bryce Buck, 2 catches for 64 yards, and freshman Jace Hodges, 1 catch for 36 yards. Asher Forfinski only got off a handful of passes while being flushed out by MCC's solid pass rush, forcing him to run. Leading tacklers for the Orioles were Rockney Lemire and Andrew Busan with 7 and 5 respectively. Asher Forfinski and sophomore Aiden McDonald each had a fumble recovery, with sophomore Darren Rodriguez earning himself an interception. First score of the night was a pass from Forfinski to Hodges. The second score of the evening came on a pass from Forfinski to sophomore Bryce Buck. Forfinski, Hodges, and Busan added touchdown runs to cap off the scoring. Place kicker Asher Forfinski, holder Landon Sloan, and long snapper Jackson Haney went 5 for 5 on extra point attempts. So great job there by the Ludington JV team last night.
Yeah. Coach Kirby's got him going there, and for the first time this year also, or first time ever, we have a freshman football team, which
we did a long time ago, back in the 80s, I know.
Back in the 80s we did, okay. But, just to have that many athletes out here and, on all three facets from freshman, JV, and the varsity level, like I was saying earlier, it's been a while since we've been this deep in a football program, Scoop.
Yep. Right now, I'd like to go over the scoring summary from tonight's game. Of course, this will all be up on the Oriole Sports Network page later this evening. The Orioles got on the board first, 9:55 mark of the first quarter. Quarterback Cam Gunsel, a 4-yard touchdown run, point after good by Gabe Gomez. Ludington 7, Mason County Central nothing. Then, just 53 seconds later, the Orioles scored on an 18-yard touchdown run by Gunsel, and the point after again good by Gomez. Ludington 14, MCC nothing. Then, with 2:10 to go in the first quarter, a 9-yard reverse by the Spartans. Eli Smith was good for pay dirt. Point after good by Ryder Nicewander. That made the score Ludington 14, Mason County Central 7. In the second quarter, a 1-yard touchdown plunge by quarterback Cam Gunsel. Point after good by Gomez at the 10:05 mark. The Orioles were up 21-7. At the 8:29 mark, a 20-yard touchdown run by the Orioles' Michael Wilson. And the point after, again, good by Gomez, and that gave Ludington a 28-7 lead. 8:06, a 53-yard touchdown run by quarterback Cam Gunsel. Point after was no good. It was a low snap, then a kick was blocked on the attempt. Ludington then led 34-7. At the 5:39 mark, a 22-yard touchdown pass from the Spartan quarterback, and that was Pierce Blodzik to Eli Smith. The point after Pat, no good on the 2-point pass attempt. Blodzik to Maidens, and that made the score 34-13. And then, with no time left on the clock, a 2-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Cam Gunsel to Taj Williams on a deflection. Point after good by Gabe Gomez. That's where we stand right now. Ludington 41, Mason County Central 13. And what a first half, Jamie.
Yeah, it was a great first half of football,
If you're an Oriole fan.
Yeah, if you're an Oriole fan, I guess you would say. But that's what we're announcing on the Oriole Sports Network. So for us, it was a great first half of football. But, great execution. A couple of points that stand out on that, is where you mentioned just 53 seconds later,
turnovers on two kickoffs.
Two kickoff returns. Like we said, we couldn't really see who did the first one because there was 4 Orioles at the same time. But then on the second one,
we know
right
that Cooper
there,
recovered it. Cooper Holmes.
Cooper Holmes recovered it, and then Dario Lopez jarred the ball loose, and we didn't see who recovered that one. But
we can blame the sun then. The sun was brutal then.
All facets right now, really. Defense is doing well, special teams is doing well, and of course the offense is doing well. And when you can win all 3 facets of the game in the first half, you're pretty much probably going to come out with a victory. We'd like to see all 3 facets take place in the second half here, and see where we come out at this.
A few more shout-outs. Oriole Nation tuned in tonight. Allison Hansen, also Jen Flannery, Kevin Hackert, Dan Snagowski tuned in to the OSN watching the Orioles. Paul Edward, Beth Kirby, that's Coach Rich Kirby's wife, lovely wife. Cesar Gomez, I'm sure that's probably Gabe's pops. Also Ian Schroeder, hopefully I pronounced it right, Ian Schroeder or Ian Schrader, I'm not sure. Aaron Bell, now there's a Ludington Oriole from the past. He was on that great 1989 team. Aaron lives down in Indiana. He's tuned in. Also Jason Thorson, a shout out to Jan Bauer. Jason Hathaway, big Oriole backer. John Olson, also Mary Sobraski, and Christine Schaefer. We got a few more, but we'll get to them a little bit later. And right now we want to thank Team Jamie Loney Real Estate. If you're thinking about selling your home or property, let Team Jamie Loney at 5 Star Real Estate guide you every step of the way with clear communication, strong organization, and a focus on your wants and needs. Jamie makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Jamie Loney today at 231-794-9740. Team Jamie Loney, 513 South James Street in Ludington. North Star Chiropractic, prides itself on taking care of Oriole athletes of all ages. The team at North Star Chiropractic is dedicated to helping Orioles prevent injuries, recover faster, and improve their overall performance. North Star's expert chiropractors understand the unique needs of athletes and use cutting-edge techniques to ensure a pain-free performance. At North Star Chiropractic, Oriole performance is our priority. That's North Star Chiropractic, 311 South Rath Avenue. Call 231-843-8200. And also a shout out to, let's give a shout out to Bob's Roofing Company. They're your reliable roofing partner with over 50 years of experience using only the finest quality materials. Licensed and insured in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing. We've got you covered. Call us today and schedule your free estimate at 877-641-2627. Mike Mesher, he's your local salesman. Happy birthday wishes tonight to my good buddy Phil Apples Schultz, who lives in the Detroit area.
Okay.
And been a good buddy of mine dating back to very early in my Navy career, going all the way back to like 1985 or so. Mm-hmm. And he's been a real good friend, and he occasionally tunes into the OSN, see how the Orioles are doing. He's a big fan of the Sterling Heights Stallions. That was the high school he went to.
There's another birthday out there. We got a message from Coach Troy Veneman. He's out at Hamlin Lake watching the ball game on the Oriole Sports Network at his parents' house, celebrating his birthday. So wish him a happy birthday. And one of my favorite student athletes out there, Big Evan McKinley.
Likewise.
Give him a shout out. And another one I ran into in the parking lot out here, my boy B Dizzle, Brad Mesher.
Oh, good to see the Mad Bomber. And he mentioned Evan McKinley. I'm a huge fan of his and his sister, Emma McKinley.
Yeah, so me and Brad and Evan and then my brother-in-law, we played in the Joe Lancour golf tournament, and we won that tournament. We were pretty proud of that. Good moment, good time spending with former athletes that we coach. Not only that, they just become good friends. And it's nice to have to meet people and have camaraderie through coaching like that. So I give those guys a big shout out.
You speak of that, I ran into Rob Lancour last week after the Coopersville game. He stopped in to say hello at the press box there. And you mentioned that. It's always nicer. Last Saturday, Ron Butch Petzak, they had the celebration of life for him. His son, Jeff Petzak, and I go way back. Great friends. He was our ace pitcher on the 84 Ludington District Championship team. There were 5 of us there at the celebration of life. Jeff, of course, Brian Petzak, who was Jeff's cousin, John Moosel, Chris Castellani, and myself. So that was neat that 5 of the starting 9, 5 of the starters of the 9 starters were there and reconnected. That's the good thing about Ludington. Hey. Ludington Orioles. It's great to reconnect. Might have been a long time ago, Jamie, but you reconnect, and it seems like it was just yesterday.
Yep, and when you're coaching these kids, like you always say, is the coaches have favorites. Sure they do. They like the ones who listen, the ones who do what you ask, but you build relationships with them too, So I'll give those guys a shout out.
Yep.
And one more to another one of my favorite guys I coach, Robbie Killips. If you're out there, Robbie, hello to you too.
Saw Rob yesterday in the press box. There's a kick by the Orioles, and it's going to go out of bounds, I believe. Or no, it did make it into the end zone. So that is a touchback. The Orioles kicking off to begin the second half there. Gabe Gomez with the kick. And let's see here. The Spartans will take over 1st and 10. And they will be at, is it this year? Is it the 30, I guess?
Touchbacks?
No, maybe it was. Maybe it did go out. Hold it. Maybe it did go out. It had to go out of bounds there, Jamie, because they're putting the ball at the 35-yard line. So Gomez.
Must have just went before the pylon, but we're blocked over here.
We're blocked, but I did not see any penalty markers down either. So
I just seen the official putting one back into his pocket there. So
MCC will start out 1st and 10, ball on their own 35-yard line after the second half kickoff goes out of bounds. So Blodzik comes out here, Pierce Blodzik, and he's going to give the ball to Norton. Some tough sledding right. Well, he actually does a good job. He keeps the legs churning right there. And a nice pickup for Norton.
Yeah, the first contact right there was made by number 4. It looked like. No, maybe not. Who's the other one there?
On the other side, that would be
42. 42 was up in there. I can't see with our lights now, Scoop.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put the flashlight on here in just a second. But I don't believe we have a 42.
No, maybe it's 4. I can't really see over there.
It wasn't Yeah, that was not Zach Graham. That was the other side. It could have been. That very well could have been J.T. Keith, where's number 9. Anyway, it's a second down and 3, gain of 7 on the play by Norton. Not as successful that time, as the Orioles really did a nice job flowing to the football, and they bring him down. In fact, it might even have been no gain or maybe even a loss on the play. It's going to bring up a third and, let's call it 10:54 to go in the third quarter. Ludington up 41-13.
Oh, now I see, Scoop. It was 12.
That was
Michael Wilson.
Michael Wilson.
I better get my eyes checked, Scoop.
No, it's pretty tough. Let's we might have to turn on the old flashlight here. Let's see, we get that there. We'll give it to Nick. Last week, Jackson had to take care of me. Blodzik handoff, and the Orioles were not fooled there on third down, and it's going to bring up a fourth. And I don't believe there was any gain on the play. 4th and 3, 10:18 to go. That was Norton on the carry. The Oriole defense, the last 2 carries.
This is a big possession right here for Mason County Central, because if they don't pick this 4th and 2 up and you give Ludington the ball on the opposite side of the 50 in their first possession, they better get this first down or punt this ball, Scoop.
Gain of 1 on the play. 4th and 2. Blodzik will give it. Second effort. He's not going to get it.
He's not going to get it. He's 2 yards short.
Yeah, he was bet there. Let's see here. First off, getting there was number 50 for the Orioles. And that was Colin Shelton. Big Walt Autry was there.
Too.
53 was also there, and that was Connor Chaney in the Oriole defense holds on a 4th and 2.
And they gave it to their big back, hoping that he could bust it up through there, Scoop. And, I mean, he was met right there.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought he was going to wiggle free on a second effort, but Ludington was not having it, and they stop MCC. They're on a 4th and 2. We have 9:49 to go in the third quarter. Ludington up 41-13, and the Orioles have the football at the Spartan 44-yard line.
And they're in that spread. They got 5 wide receivers right now, basically 2 slot backs. But
Gunsel, he gave the ball there to Himes, and Himes brought down for a loss right there. And there was an MCC defender that really wrecked the timing of that play.
Yeah, he did.
He caused the mechanism right there. It was all messed up.
Yeah, 2 times Messiah Himes has gotten that ball on that play, and then both times it's been kind of blown up by somebody knifing through that line, which doesn't happen very often.
Loss of 4 on the play. You look at the Oriole offense again. The quarterback Cam Gunsel, the slot back Taj Williams, number 0, the tailback 2 Mikey Himes. Wide receivers are 4 Zach Graham and 5 Kyle Himes Jr. The other slot back, number 7 Messiah Himes. And here's
Cooper Holmes.
Cooper Holmes, not much right there. Spartans coming up and doing a nice job right there. The Oriole offensive line, and it is a very, very good and talented offensive line. The center, number 50, Colin Shelton. The left guard, 54, Blake Nelson. The right guard, 55, Donovan Salazar. The left tackle, 53, Connor Chaney. And the right tackle, the Orioles All-State candidate, number 63, Big Walt Autry. He was our Indian Summer Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 15 for the Orioles. Loss of 1 on that carry there by Cooper Holmes.
Yeah, and the few plays that we have used the slot back and run the ball east and west, Mason County Central stopped us. Anytime we're running the ball straight down the middle, we're getting somewhere, Scoop.
Oh, what a move by Gunsel there, but there's just too many Spartans there. He's brought down by number 4. And that was Ty Norton, and also number 50, Justin Ruzendis.
Yeah, so 8 minutes into the second half, and we're going to see our first punt of the game here, Scoop.
Yeah, first Oriole punt.
I don't think Scottville's punted either, have they?
No, I think they had 1 punt. So into punt for the Orioles. Will be, I think he only had 1 punt last week, I think, in Coopersville, maybe 1 or 2. Here's the snap, and the punt is away, and a good punt.
That's a nice one.
A real nice punt.
Look at that roll.
And a great roll right there, and give some credit right there to Keldon Mosier, I believe, right? 14?
Yeah.
Was our punter. And a real nice punt there by Mosier, and drives the Spartans all the way back down
Yeah, the second week jitters for him
Yeah.
were gone. You know, he had his first punt last
Yeah.
week didn't go very far, but you know, got to give these kickers credits. They've worked hard all week and come out here tonight, and the punter and the place kicker much better tonight.
I think they marked it at the 15 there, Jamie, it looks like, for Mason County Central.
Yeah.
Yes, it's at the first and 10 for the Spartans. Ball on their own 15-yard line, so real nice punt by Mosier.
And give Mason County Central credit. That was a good defensive stand right there for giving us the ball on this side of the 50.
Yeah, both teams coming out here the second half. Good defensive stands. There's a pass incomplete, almost picked off right there on the deflection. Blodzik trying to get that ball out there. It's deflected, and it looked for the Orioles. It looked like Taj Williams out there was really eyeing that ball up for an interception. Hey, folks, Ludington Chiropractic and Dr. Mark Yak have been serving the chiropractic needs of Ludington and the surrounding communities for more than 30 years. At Ludington Chiropractic, no appointment is necessary, as it is strictly a walk-in clinic. That's Dr. Mark Yak, Ludington Chiropractic, 5965 East Ludington Avenue. For questions, call 231-843-1874. All right, 7:20 to go. Third quarter, Ludington 41, Mason County Central 13. Second down and 10, ball at the Spartan 15. And let's see here. Trying to see who. You see the carry? Was that a carry there, Jamie? A second.
I couldn't really see what happened there, Scoop. It happened so fast, and then it looked like it was a carry to this side.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Ball is on the Spartan 20-yard line. And I think that was Norton there on the carry. 6:46 to go in this third quarter. Blodzik under center. You don't see that much now. And he's going to be sacked. Oh, wow. But I know Walt Autry was in there causing some.
Let's see who else we got.
Let's
we
see
had two more Orioles
we had
in
a couple
there.
other Orioles in there too. Autry and also was that Kyle Himes Jr. number 5?
No, that looks like.
Or was that no? That's
9,
JT Keith. JT Hercules Keith in there on the
Cooper
sack
Holmes
right there.
Also.
Yep. So big sack there. That's going to bring up a 4th and 15 for the Spartans, all the way back on their 10-yard line. So look at this. The second half, Ludington has held the Spartans twice, and the Spartans have held the Orioles once.
Yep, that wasn't JT Keith. That was Cooper Holmes and somebody else, because JT Keith is right here on the sideline.
I could have swore it was number 9. Okay, these numbers are hard. For some reason,
Right
they're
now, the
difficult to
darkness
see
and
tonight.
the light they're very hard to see.
Hey, we want to thank Urca Auto Center. They are founded on trust, integrity, and respect. We are proud to offer these values in our sales and business practices so our customers keep returning. The vehicles on our lot have the best prices and quality in the area, so come by and see us today. The Urca family has been selling vehicles in Mason County for 4 generations. Urca Auto Center, 3736 West US 10. Call 845-6282. Here's the punt.
And we had a legal procedure on the play before.
Good high punt right there, and it's going to be downed at about the Oriole 39-yard line. So you figure that the Spartan punter was way back in his end zone right there. And Ludington's going to have outstanding field position for the second straight possession, Jamie.
Yes, they are.
Some more shout-outs. Barbara Ann Himes Haywood, a shout-out to her. Also, Cynthia Christofferson. John Raymond, who is listening from Cincinnati to the Orioles tonight on the OSN. Also, we'd like to send a shout-out to Melissa Resney and to Chris Marks. Okay, Ludington with a 1st and 10. Ball is on the Spartan 39-yard line. Gunsel looks over the Spartan offense. In motion is Mikey Himes. Passes. Whoa, he zips it in there. An absolute bullet, and it's caught there. And getting outside, that's Taj Williams. What a move. He's in. Oh, my. What a yards after catch.
Wow.
The pass was awesome. It was an absolute frozen rope, and it ends up being a 39-yard touchdown at the 5:36 mark. The pass was beautiful. But the running by Taj Williams, he looked like a magician there.
Yeah, you know, Scoop, when you hit your receiver in stride like that, you lead him out in front. Just a frozen rope, as you said, and then you let your playmaker make the play. And that's what happened there.
Gunsel, you talk about the zip. That ball came in at about Mach 7. And Taj made a great catch, but the running was just mesmerizing to watch him on that run right there. The point after up and good. And with 5:36 to go in the third quarter, Ludington 48, Mason County Central 13. You are watching and listening to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned.
Safe Harbor Credit Union is your premier choice for all your banking needs. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, our members always come first. You're not just a member, you're family. This is Adam Johnson, President and CEO of Safe Harbor Credit Union and proud former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're thrilled to once again be the premier halftime sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. If you haven't yet experienced the Safe Harbor Credit Union difference, now is the perfect time to make the switch. We cherish our relationships with our members and our community student athletes. You'll find us in the stands cheering for that next Oriole win and in local classrooms teaching financial literacy. We believe in being the local financial institution that you can trust with all your banking needs. When you invest with us, your money stays local, and local decision-making ensures that your needs are our top priority. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Come visit us at our new location at 5511 US 10 here in Ludington. We can't wait to welcome you into our family at Safe Harbor Credit Union.
At Spartan Community Field, and Jamie and I were just talking. Jamie said, Scoop, how many touchdowns for Cam Gunsel tonight? He had 6 combined last week, 5 rushing, 1 passing tonight. He's got 6 combined as well, and that is 4
rushing, 2 passing.
Yep. Ludington up 48-13, 5:36 to go in this third quarter. Gomez steps into the ball, and a good strike right there. It's fumbled by Mason. Picked up, though, and Ludington right on it.
And guess who's in there?
Dario Lopez.
Yeah.
He is a special teams phenom.
Yeah, Dario Lopez right there. He just loves the. I was going to tell you, Scoop, on the last kickoff where it went out of bounds there, you seen Dario Lopez coming off the field, and he was disappointed. He's like, "Come on, don't kick it out of bounds. I don't get to hit anybody."
Going to give a shout out to Joe. And Joe, I know every year I say this name. I hope I pronounce it right. Joe Kobe. Coach Shank has worked with me on that name. I don't think it's Koob. I think it's Kobe. Joe Kobe, big Oriole backer and supporter, Ludington graduate. Also, Bruce Gillett, a shout out to him as well.
Well, we know Coach Shank will keep you in line, Scoop.
He does. Believe me, he does a great job of it, too. All right, back to pass. Blodzik. He's going to let it air out.
That's going to be picked off,
and
Scoop.
it is picked. It's underthrown. Messiah Himes on the pick. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. Ludington, great blocking right now. He's down inside the 20 before he's drug out of bounds on the tackle there for the Spartans. Number 77, one of their big linemen, he makes the stop, and that was Abel Edmondson bringing down Messiah Himes.
Yeah, you seen that ball when it took off, Scoop. Then it had a little wobble to it, and 2 Ludington defenders there, and very well underthrown. And Messiah was just out in center field, made a great play.
4:31 left in the third quarter. Ludington 48, Mason County Central 13. Again, last year the Spartans winning the Lumberman's Trophy at Oriole Field, 50-43. After that huge performance last year by the Spartans, Peyton Mers running for 372 yards and just a phenomenal one of the most outstanding individual performances I've ever seen in 14. This is my 15th year being the play-by-play man for Ludington football. Scoop Hansen here tonight with Jamie Sykon as my color commentary man. We've got Nick Wysong as a technical engineer for OSN and 102.7 WMOM, and Jackson Jenner as our OSN cameraman. Gunsel passer, almost a lateral. It's out to Himes, and he's going to get a few there before he's gang tackled by the Spartans, leading the way for Mason County Central. Number 4, Ty Norton on that tackle. You were going to say there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they had that score from last year up in the locker room. It's still there as of today before they, jumped on the bus to come over here. And, they come over here to make a statement so they could put a different score up on that scoreboard when they get back to what do I want to call it, Oriole Field tonight in the locker room down there, and pack their gear away and celebrate a little bit.
Like Walt Autry said in my interview with him, he really wanted to beat Manistee, wanted to beat Mason County Central. That's the 2 traveling trophies, and they mean a lot to these kids. That's the Lumberman's Trophy and the Dad's Traveling Trophy.
And that doesn't matter what level.
Yep.
If you're football, basketball, baseball, softball, doesn't matter. That's the rivalries. That's what the teams want to do.
All right, the Orioles 2nd down and 10. Here's a pitch on the carry for Ludington. Mikey Himes. Himes is getting pretty good at those stiff arms right there. And he's brought down, I believe, on the tackle for the Spartans, number 69, and that was Kyle Peters. Hey, a shout out to Jenna Soper, who's tuned in tonight, and also Shanna Nelson. I think it's Shanna or Shanna. I think it's Shanna. Shanna Nelson, big Oriole fan. And I'm sure that Nick, you probably got a few shout-outs coming out over there, too. You can pass along to us, and we'll do our best to get them on the air of Oriole Nation, Oriole fans tuning in tonight. We've got a great turnout. There's a ton of people here, but there's a ton of people also tuned into the OSN and onto 102.7 WMOM tonight as well. Okay, Ludington, a 3rd and 9, and not getting away right there. Yeah, that was... Oh boy!
Oh, we should have.
Yeah,
we should have had a late flag
well,
right there, Scoop.
Was that Himes on the carry, Mikey Himes, and unfortunately, you got to give the kid credit and kudos for fighting for more yardage right there. But sometimes, what they say, discretion is a better part of valor right there.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to get a leg injury. But on the opposite side over there, we had 2 linemen going at it, and right behind the official's back. That's why I was called, saying there could have been a flag, but they didn't see it.
4th and 7 for the Orioles, and JT Keith will check into the Oriole lineup. We're in jersey number 9, kind of partial to that number right there.
That
9.
might be a football, or that might be a fullback / tight end coming in right here.
Well,
the jumbo package, kind of. Yeah, he's lined up in the slot right there with the tight end position, but it looks like we might call timeout.
And we're going to stay right here unless, Nick, do you want me to send it back to you? You're good to go. Hey, we want to talk a bit about Lenz Balder Insurance in Ludington. They're your local agency that gets it right the first time. With a reputation built on knowledge, speed, and accuracy, they help individuals and businesses find coverage that truly fits. As an independent agency, Lenz Balder compares top carriers to find the best protection for your home, car, or your business, so you don't have to. From personalized service to peace of mind, Lenz Balder delivers more than insurance. They deliver confidence. We've got a few shout-outs here. Richard Yeck says he's watching from Mount Pleasant. The talent in the Ludington team is outstanding and grown so much this year. Let's see, Debbie McLaughlin, Michael Wagner, long snapper, Jackson Haney. Okay, well, thanks. Yeah, we'll definitely give Jackson some love right there. Keep going down there, Nick.
Ben Lehman.
Ben Lehman. Ben and Haley Lehman. We know who Haley Lehman, formerly Haley Stowe. And where are they watching from?
Home.
They're watching from home. They say go O's. A couple of great young people right there. That's Michael Wagner. Okay, and then let's see here. So
I'll give a shout out to a couple here, Scoop. I'll give a shout out to my father-in-law, Scott Barrett Sr., 1971. All-state running back for the Ashley Bears, gained over 1,000 yards. Great athlete in his day.
4th and 9. Gunsel's pass is incomplete. Intended out there for, we'll see who that, Ashley Bears. Yes, I have one of their helmets in my collection. 4th and 7. Ludington does not get it right there. They go for the pass right there. I think that pass was intended for, was that Taj out? Or maybe it was Himes, Michael or Kyle Himes Jr. We've got 3 Himes on the team.
Yep, you do. And that's just one of those, hey, either we get it or it's like a punt. We're not moving anything here. We're still going to start them out on 30-yard line. So
Coach Troy Veneman loved his shout-out. He said, thanks for the shout-out, Jamie Sycon and OSN. Okay. Running clock is in effect, I believe. Let's see.
It would be 35 points.
Well, at the second half, what's running right now, and that's the turnover of possession right there. So
yep, I think it is then.
38. Yeah, 35. It is 35. Yep. So, yeah, you're right.
What a hit by Cam Gunsel.
Cam Gunsel just came up. Or was that Cooper Holmes?
No.
It looked like number 3.
Cam and Cooper.
Okay, we'll give credit to both of them.
Did they get it? Who's got it?
They came up, and boy, did they lay a lick. They laid a lick on Pierce Blodzik right there, and they stripped the ball. Ludington has the ball back. The running clock in effect. The Orioles have a 35-point lead, and that'll end the third quarter. Your score from Spartan Community Field on this Friday, September 5th. The Ludington Orioles 48, the Mason County Central Spartans 13, and we'll be back after these messages. You are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned.
Smith & Eddy Insurance in partnership with Auto Owners Insurance. Since 1902, Smith & Eddy Insurance has been building relationships and providing insurance solutions as the area's largest independent agency. Here at Smith & Eddy Insurance, in partnership with auto owners, we offer the most experienced staff, the widest array of policies, and we have partnered with Auto Owners Insurance to provide exceptional solutions for our customers. With new technology and an old-school philosophy, our team is committed to delivering a winning customer experience by placing the right people in the right roles. Proudly serving all of West Michigan from our 4 convenient locations in Bear Lake, Scottville, Manistee, and in Hart, Smith & Eddy and Auto Owners remains deeply committed to the communities we serve and dedicated to meeting your insurance needs. Smith & Eddy Insurance in partnership with Auto Owners Insurance.
Welcome back to Spartan Community Field. We're about to begin play here in the fourth quarter. Ludington 48, Mason County Central 13. And at the first plate is Ryan Graham with the ball. I'm sorry, that's Zach Graham. Ryan's his dad. And a nice pickup right there for Zach Graham. He's got the ball all the way down inside the Spartan 20-yard line. They're in the red zone.
Yeah, great little play design. You had Taj William in motion. Cam took the...
Keep talking.
Cam took the snap from shotgun there and threw a fake to Taj, spun around and hit Zach Graham.
And I better get that one right. Zach Graham's grandpappy standing right behind us right here, Larry Graham. So
there you go.
I've called Zach Ryan twice tonight, Larry. That'll just put a big smile on your face.
All mixed up anyway.
Hey, we got the last name right though. All right, there's a handoff. That's Cooper Holmes on the carry. And Holmes is brought down by the Spartans, number 4. And that was Ty Norton on the stop for Mason County Central. Let's see if I'll give that to, I don't know if I've lost on my note. We'll get, thank you. Nick's got my flashlight back on. Thank you. He's not the top technical engineer in West Michigan for nothing. He's our technical engineer tonight, doing color with me tonight. The one and only Jamie Sykon, and our cameraman for the OSN and for the OSN, I should say, is Jackson Jenner. Next week, Ludington. Whoops, didn't mean to get your finger there. Right. Next week, Ludington home for their conference and home opener against the Fremont Packers, and we'll be happy to be covering that game for you. Gunsel on the carry, and here's where the game is in hand right now, Jamie. You just don't want to see Cam Gunsel get injured.
No, we don't want to talk about it either.
You don't want to see anybody get injured.
No, we don't. But, with the 48-13 here, if we can punch one in, and then, this, you'd like to see a chance to maybe get some of your backups in there and, give them a chance to get out there and do some things. But at the same time, there's always something to work on, Scoop.
Yeah,
and that's why coaches play their kids. The coaches always say, why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? But you're always trying to work on something.
There's nothing like game experience.
Right.
Exactly. And now that's why you see JT Keith in there playing some offense tonight.
Yep.
Cooper Holmes on the carry. Holmes breaks one tackle, penalty marker down, however. And that's usually holding right where that one came from.
Right at the back of the line right there. So it's a chance that one's hold.
Oriole Nation, Bob's Roofing Company is your reliable roofing partner with over 50 years of experience using only the finest quality materials. Licensed and insured in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing. We've got you covered. Call us today and schedule your free estimate at 877-641-2627. Mike Mesher is your local salesman. And again, kudos to Chris Nicholas at 102.7 WMOM for the upgraded equipment we're using to give you, Oriole Nation, and all you listeners out there and watchers, the best product possible. And right now, tonight, we're using some satellite links.
Yeah, Starlink satellite.
Starlink satellite, and it's the first time we've used it. And I'll tell you what, folks.
The picture's very good.
Yes. All right, there's Gunsel tripped up right there. Cam's unhappy with himself. There's a late flag coming in right there.
Another one.
And there's a pushing all over. Yeah, things are getting extremely chippy out there right now.
Yeah, we hope this isn't going to be against the Orioles, but it might be one for both sides. I did see the second one. I didn't see the first one, Scoop.
Could be offsetting here, Jamie. We'll see. 9:11 left in the ball game. Ludington up 48-13. The state mandated running clock is in effect. The Orioles facing a third
offsetting
and 14. Yes, they are offsetting penalties, one on each team. We want to thank Team Jamie Loney Real Estate. If you're thinking about selling your home or property, let Team Jamie Loney at 5 Star Real Estate guide you every step of the way with clear communication, strong organization, and a focus on your wants and needs. Jamie makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Jamie Loney today at 231-794-9740. Team Jamie Loney, 513 South James Street in Ludington. Shout out to a couple of my buddies in my fantasy football leagues. John Plummer, who also owns the Antler Bar in Pentwater. And a shout out to Kevin Emery, as well as Chris Bossy. And we had our fantasy football league drafts this past Sunday at the Danish Brotherhood in Ludington. I didn't get as many Lions as I want, but I never do. But I'm pretty happy with my 2 solid teams. Field goal attempt for the Orioles.
37-yard attempt.
Gabe Gomez for his first field goal attempt of the season. 37-yard attempt. Here's the snap. It's a good snap. The kick is up, and it is no good. Wide left. Wide left. He had enough distance, Jamie.
Yeah.
He just pushed it left just a bit. And with 8:48 to go in the ball game, Mason County Central will take over on offense.
Yeah, that's right. Wasn't it, Scoop? It was at the 20. Then you got 10 and 7. Yeah, 37-yard attempt.
He had the distance right there. It looked good. Just
left.
Just left. Yep. So a shout out to Urca Auto Center. They are founded on trust, integrity, and respect. We are proud to offer these values in our sales and business practices so our customers keep coming back. The vehicles on our lot have the best prices and quality in the area, so come by and see us today. The Urca family has been selling vehicles in Mason County for 4 generations. Urca Auto Center, 3736 West US 10. Call 845-6282. And I see some new numbers out there, Jamie. We're going to try to get those reported as we can. Ludington's defense right there. Doing a nice job on the Spartans. Let's see. We still got Walt Autry out there. There's 63. 12, Michael Wilson out there. Messiah Himes, number 7. You've got Mikey Himes out there, number 2.
I see a 21.
Yeah, 21 for the Orioles, and that would be Brune Fuller.
Oh, Brune.
Brune Fuller's out there now. He's a junior, 5'11", 201-pound junior. Let's see some other new numbers. Jamie, are you catching me? 21, as you said. 50 is still out there for the Orioles, and of course that's Colin Shelton. All right, so 2nd down and 7 for the Spartans. 7:22 left in the game. Blodzik to let it go. The pass is
intercepted
picked off
by Messiah
Himes with another interception.
I tell you what, that was textbook right there, Scoop. If you watch that play,
inside positioning.
Inside position. He ran with the defender, and then you look up, find the ball, and then he became the offensive player. And it was just a beautiful interception.
Is that his?
That's his second of the night.
I thought that was it. I knew he had at least 2.
Yeah.
Messiah Himes with another pick right there. And Ludington has the ball. 6:48 to go in the game. Ludington up 48-13. Ludington led 41-13 at the half. Again, make sure you check out the Oriole Sports Network page tonight. I'll be getting a summary from Coach Charlie Gunsel. I'll have the scoring summary going up there, and then we'll get the stats from Coach Gunsel and put that up, and we'll have area scores of interest. I know that's one of your favorite things.
Yeah.
If I don't put that up there in a timely manner, I hear about it from Jamie Sycon, folks. He says, Scoop,
where's the scores?
Where's the area scores of interest? So Ludington with the ball right now. Let's see who the new numbers we're seeing on offense. And, of course, we're at an angle right now where we can't see any of the numbers. We have a new quarterback in the game, and that quarterback is Mikey Himes. Number 2, just a freshman.
And
Himes
handed off to
22 on the carry for the Orioles, and that's Asher Forfinski.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore, and I tell you what, he is a stud. Asher Forfinski. Yep. I thought that he would be up here this year if there wasn't such a log jam of playmakers that the Orioles have on offense.
Yep. Yeah, he's good at every sport he plays.
Yep.
He's a
good golfer,
he's a
good basketball player, good golfer, good baseball player, good football player, just an athlete. He picks up 2 on the carry. 2nd down and 8. Ball on the Oriole 47-yard line. 5:31 to go in the ball game. Ludington in control, and they're going to bring that Lumberman's trophy back home to Ludington. Himes is at the the 40. He's at the 30.
Look at
He's
that
at the
blocking
25.
right
Breaks
there,
the
Scoop.
tackle. He's going to
Look
go
at that
in.
move,
Mikey Himes, his first varsity touchdown. And I see no penalty markers. No, I do see one. I see a penalty marker down. Himes with
I
a
don't know about
53-yard
that.
run.
That was a great block by Kyle Himes. They're going to call Kyle Himes on a block there.
But let's see if it's going to be a spot foul, though, Jamie, I think.
But I tell you what, that was a textbook block.
What a run there. And Mikey Himes, the freshman, showing his explosiveness right there. 53-yard touchdown run, but I think it's all going to be for naught. Let's see. I think they're going to mark it, probably take it 15 back from the penalty.
15-yard, or it's going to be from the spot of the
From the
foul.
spot. It's going to be a spot foul.
But I tell you,
Wow, what a run.
Yeah, his brother was leading the way with a textbook. I mean, you remember the old blind side where I was taking him to the bus, Coach?
Yep.
I mean, he was taking him to the bus, and what happened is Mikey cut back inside, and he was still driving them, and I think they just had a bad angle on that. I did not see it. But, hey,
50,
it is what it is, Scoop. They're closer than we are.
53-yard touchdown run nullified, but still it's a nice gain for Mikey Himes right there. His longest rushing. There, he still got it right there. Himes is going to.
How about
he's going to take it in there, though. Touchdown, Himes.
Yeah,
What do you got? 15-yard touchdown run?
Speed, Scoop.
Right.
That's speed.
You got him at the 15?
Yes, it was a 15-yard touchdown.
15-yard touchdown run by Mikey Himes, the freshman, at the 4:44 mark of the fourth quarter. His first varsity touchdown. From the quarterback position there, Gomez in. And the holder for the Orioles will be number 16, and that's Landon Sloan.
The tripod, Scoop.
Yep, the tripod, exactly. Here, good snap there. Kick is up, and the kick is good. No good. I'm sorry. It went wide left. Boy, I could have swore that was good right there.
It looked like it from this angle, but when I seen Gabe put his head down.
So, with 4:44 left in the ball game, Ludington 54, Mason County Central 13, and we're going to step aside. You are watching and listening to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned. Reliable, professional, exceptional quality and courteous service. Benedict's Auto Center has been providing the absolute best in auto body repairing and painting since the 1940s. For over 80 years, 3 generations of the Benedict family have run a business you can trust in Mason County and the surrounding area. Owner Mike Benedict will listen to your concerns and questions to ensure you have peace of mind and that the auto body needs of your vehicle are totally and completely met. At Benedict Auto Body, customer service is the #1 priority. We want our customers to know that when it comes to choosing a car repair business, it is their choice. Customers should call around and ask questions and get feedback from all car repair shops before making their decision. Bottom line, it is the right to pick which repair facility you want your vehicle fixed. That's Benedict's Auto Center at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. You can reach owner Mike Benedict at 231-613-4111. Welcome back to Spartan Community Field. Ludington 54, Mason County Central 13. Mikey Himes, his first varsity touchdown, a 15-yard run. Point after was wide left by Gomez, and now this ball will go into the end zone on the kickoff. So, Jamie, your thoughts on this ball game tonight as the Orioles head into Week 3 at 2-0. They open up conference play. It's their home opener against the Fremont Packers at Oriole Field next Friday.
Yeah, they put in the work. They've been waiting, that tough loss in that playoff game last year, and returned a bunch of athletes. And, they know they have a chance for a special season here. And we're just not looking ahead. It's one game at a time, and that's the way they're playing right now. Like you said, last week was the first chance to go down and play a big Coopersville team. Coopersville is a good program down there. So, you get these opportunities, and you have to take advantage of them. And so far this ball game, they've done everything they wanted to. Like I said, we have dominated all the facets of the game, special teams, defense and offense, and it's not just one, it's a team effort right here. These linemen on offense and defense, the wide receivers are just doing a fantastic job blocking, and then the playmakers are making plays. It's right now everything's clicking, Scoop.
Short gain there for the Spartans on first down, gain of 1 right there. Into the Oriole lineup, number 59, Rockney Lemire, 6'2" sophomore who's been playing some real good ball, some good defensive ball on the JV team. Here comes actually a new quarterback in there for the Spartans.
Right there.
Yeah, on the carry for Mason County Central, number 3 for the Spartans, and that was Michael Shy on the carry.
Okay, yeah. Well, number 11 into the game, Brody Jones right there, was coming up to make that tackle, and 2 guys just pulled him straight back, and that's what the penalty flag's going to be right there. He drew the holding penalty, Scoop.
Yep, Brody Jones wears jersey number 11. To see some other new numbers out there, we'd like to give him some airtime. Number 14, Keldon Moser's out there, 6'2" junior. Let's see. Also,
trying to see this one here with the orange.
21. We got.
Is there? Who's that there?
Oh, in the orange.
64.
64 out there, and that is Chase Gable, 5'10", 227-pound sophomore. 61 as well. Cooper Luce is out there, 5'8", 240. And here's a carry for the Spartans. And on the carry is number 3 again, Michael Shy. That's Will Shy's younger brother.
Yep, and you see who's in on. Is that Dario Lopez in there playing right now?
Dario Lopez.
Yeah.
He's becoming one of our favorites.
Yep,
we both are big fans of his. He is, I'll tell you what, you talk about a player that brings it, not the biggest frame, but I'll tell you, he's got a heart the size of Texas.
Yeah, he's Rudy Rudiger all over again, Scoop.
Exactly. We have 2:35 left in this ball game. Make sure you stay tuned to the Smith & Eddy postgame show. I'll be talking to Oriole head coach Charlie Gunsel as his team recaptures the Lumberman's trophy, and they move to 2. They will move to 2-0 on the year. And there's a nice run. That might have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there. And that was by Messiah Himes.
Yeah.
As he brings down the Spartans. Is that number 22 for the Spartans?
Yes, sir.
And 22, Jaden Reams on the carry for Mason County Central.
Well, I better give a quick shout-out to the most important person there, Scoop.
That would be Jennifer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be to my wife, Jennifer, and thank her for sending me here with these salted caramel chocolate cookies that we've had up here. So thank you.
You'll get a kick out of this, Oriole Nation. So Jamie and Jennifer board the Badger, and I say to Jamie, how the heck did you end up with such a gorgeous wife? And he looks at me and goes, Scoop, I'm no dummy.
That's the fact.
I got a big kick out of that. That started my day off. And that was a fun day.
It
on
was
the Badger.
a fun
They're
day.
all fun days on the Badger. Big ship, more fun.
Yes,
That's our motto.
I kept it going there too.
Yep, definitely. Hey, we're down to 1:20 to go in this game. Ludington 54, Mason County Central 13. A great start for the Orioles.
Yep, and then we get some game experience here.
Yep.
We're going to get a timeout though, Scoop. So.
You know what? Let's give some more love, and let's give that love to, how about Ludington Paint and Glass? Mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street, downtown Ludington. Call LP&G at 843-8250. Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all your projects. Proud to support Ludington Oriole Sports while being a sponsor on the Oriole Sports Network. And I'd like to give a shout out to our human resource director down at Lake Michigan Car Ferry, Daisy Campbell.
Okay.
Yep.
Look at there, Scoop. You got the you got a timeout here, and both teams are huddled up. And did you see who carried the two carriages of water out to the team?
Walt Autry.
Cam Gunsel. Yep, ran out there with the water bottles for the defense right there. So
one thing I didn't ask Walt is, there's got to be a number of colleges pursuing him right now.
Oh, if they're not,
I know Davenport. I'm pretty sure Davenport is, and you would think that Ferris and
I tell you, by the end of this season, if he's got a good chance to find a Division I roster somewhere, Scoop. That's just my belief. He's got it all, and you know what else he has?
Dedication.
Over a 4.0 grade point average.
Yeah,
So what team wouldn't want that?
Very intelligent, dedicated. He's just what you look for in
exactly.
A student athlete.
Yeah.
Okay, we're down to 1 minute to go in the game. Ludington 54, Mason County Central 13. Again, next Friday, the OSN and 102.7 WMOM at Oriole Field, the Orioles' home opener. It's also their conference opener against the Fremont Packers.
Pack the stands, folks. Pack the stands. This team is a team you're going to want to see in person. We love you on the Oriole Sports Network, but if you got a chance, get down there and watch them.
You can watch them live, and then you can go back and watch the archive footage on the OSN of the game.
You can.
Exactly. Here's a long run here. The Spartans, nice carry there by Mason County Central's number 7. And
61 on the tackle and 2 on the tackle.
Ryder Nicewander on the tackle. And on the stop for the Orioles, you said 61?
61 and 2.
So that's Mikey Himes and Cooper Luce.
There you go.
And that probably will be the last play of the ball game. It's down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Your final score from Spartan Community Field. The Ludington Orioles recapture the Lumberman's trophy. And Cam Gunsel's going to go. Can't wait. They'll shake hands first, but he'll be over there to get that Lumberman's trophy.
Excellent ball game.
And boy, the score come down in a big hurry from the scoreboard.
Well, shut the scoreboard right off, Scoop.
Wow, Ludington 54, Mason County Central 13. We're going to step aside for 2 minutes here on the OSN and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all of your projects. With over 5,000 colors of top quality Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paint, you are bound to find the perfect colors for your next painting project. We are your color match experts. LP&G can help you design your Pinterest-worthy all-glass shower enclosure, bringing a spa-like feel to your home. We cover all your glass needs with on-site service of broken windows and screens and custom-cut tabletops, mirrors, and plexiglass. Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. Call Ludington Paint and Glass at 231-843-8250. Follow us on Facebook at Ludington Paint and Glass. LP&G is proud to support Ludington sports.
Welcome to House of Flavors, Michigan's largest ice cream producer. But we're more than just ice cream. We exist to make ice cream, feed people, and make our world a better place. We donate 25% of all profits to charity annually. You heard that right. We are dedicated, innovative, adaptable. Come join our team. We are looking for amazing people to join our team in maintenance, operations, palletizing, warehouse, CDL drivers. We provide career development opportunities, year-round stability, competitive wages, health insurance, 401k retirement, bonuses, profit sharing, and free ice cream. Join us to make ice cream and make a difference. Find your career today at houseofflavors.com/careers.
Welcome back to Spartan Community Field. Ludington has recaptured the Lumberman's Trophy with a convincing 54-13 victory over the Mason County Central Spartans. The Orioles moved to 2-0 on the year. They will play the Fremont Packers next Friday at Oriole Field, and they're a home opener. That'll be their conference opener as well. But a dominating performance by Ludington tonight. And we want to thank Smith & Eddy Insurance, our exclusive post-game sponsor. Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. Make sure you check out the Oriole Sports Network page. A little bit later, folks, we will be posting the scoring summary, the comments we get from Coach Gunsel, the stats, and the area scores of interest. They will be posted up there later on the Oriole Sports Network. Jamie, Cam Gunsel continues 2 games in, and he's ahead of last year's pace. And he had an incredible year last year, 48 combined touchdowns last year, and I believe he's at at least 12 or 13 touchdowns right now on the season after 2 games.
Yeah, and I'm sure he would say the same thing. He's going to give credit to his line, his receivers, his playmakers, and himself. Everything is just clicking right now, and it's a good thing. And you just like to see him taking baby steps out here and doing other things. And I think when Coach comes up here, he's going to talk about it. He's going to say, when you can come out and dominate all 3 facets of the game, you're going to win games. And that's what not just Cam is doing, but his teammates as well. They know something special is coming here, and they're doing really well. And I think that while Coach is walking in, he's probably going to say just something about that. So I'll go ahead and give him the mic.
Thanks, man. How you doing? Good to see you.
And he does have Cam Gunsel after 2 games has 12 touchdowns, Coach. And in the scheme of things, it is a huge Oriole victory tonight. The Lumberman's Trophy coming back to Ludington High School, 54-13 over the Spartans of Mason County Central. Your team came out quick tonight.
Yeah.
They put up 2 touchdowns in the span of 53 seconds and jumped out to a quick 14-0 lead. Never looked back.
Yeah, that's what happens. If you start turning the ball over on special teams, things can start to roll, and I think that's what happened tonight. Our special teams last week were an issue, and we spent a lot of time on them. And those kids they play their tail off, and a lot of kids out there that don't see a ton of minutes for us. You got to bring up Dario Lopez.
Yeah.
He's a kid that just flies down, and I was happy with the start. Really, I was pretty happy all night. Some tempers and things like that, but I'm never going to tell my kids not to play with emotion. We can certainly control our emotions maybe a little bit better, but for the most part, I thought we were fine.
And you knew that was going to happen. I heard you talking at the end of practice last night to your boys. You said to them, they're going to try to get under your skin and try to get you talking and taunting and you hitting with personal fouls. And for the most part, boys kept it in check. Some stuff started getting a little spicy, I should say, in the second half.
Well, 17, 18-year-old guys, somebody can call you something for so long and you're going to retaliate. But for the most part, I thought we did a great job. I thought our offensive line was dominant. It got a little sluggish in the third. We're trying to run the ball to get out of here, and they're putting 8 or 9 in the box. So we had to make a couple throws in the third just for purposes of getting them to back up, But for the most part, like I said, everybody played well, everybody played hard, and they're enjoying this tonight.
Put a lot of pressure on Pierce Blodzik, your defense.
He's a good quarterback. Yeah, he's a good quarterback.
Yeah. Cam tonight, I believe 4 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. You aired it out a lot more tonight than you did last. You didn't have to last week the way you were running the football. And you were running it good tonight too, but a lot more passing tonight. Yeah,
I thought we could have thrown it more. Central gets into that man-to-man look against our skill kids, and we felt it was some mismatches out there. I don't know what he ended up with, but we do have to throw the ball more. People are going to start to pack the box against us, and so as we progress, I hope to get a little bit more. We certainly had prepared more in the passing game this week. I thought we would go to it more. There just wasn't a ton of comfort, so we just kind of do what we do and get out of here.
What can you say about your all-state? I know I called him an all-state candidate last week. You kind of jumped on me. I deserved it. Your all-state hopeful, Walt Autry. Boy, he is just something both on the offense and defensive side of the ball. He was our Indian summer player in the spotlight tonight.
Yeah, he's special. Walt is a kid that's wanted to play defense. We've held him back to keep him safe and healthy and fresh for offense, but he just demands, he demands to be on the field. He makes plays on both sides, and he is a all-state first-team Division IV right tackle, and he's going to play in college. We just don't know where yet. And if these first 2 weeks are indication, once we get this stuff on film, his phone's going to be ringing a lot.
Yeah, I know Davenport was interested, but there's going to be a lot more than just Davenport.
There's going to be a lot more than that.
There's going to be a lot more.
6'3", 298 that runs like that. There's going to be a lot more phone calls.
I'm sure Cam wouldn't mind him coming to Ferris State if Coach Tony Anise would be willing.
I got to talk to those guys because I've not seen a right tackle play like Walt's played the first 2 weeks.
Let's talk about rest of your offensive line, Coach. Colin Shelton, Connor Cheney, Blake Nelson, and Donovan Donovan Salazar.
Yeah.
It's not just Walt Autry, it's those other 4 too.
This is, I've been here 26 years. I know I'm going to offend some people, but this is the best we've been up front in 26 years. Collins just steady as a rock at center. Connor Shaney's playing left tackle at 178, 185 pounds, and he's doing a tremendous job. Now, I think we get Louis back next week. If he passed some medical
That's
tests.
right, Louis Salazar.
And so that group's going to get bigger and stronger, and then we can start to utilize Connor in other places of the game.
6'4", 335, big Louis Salazar.
Well, and he didn't come into camp at 335. I can tell you that. It took some work to get him down to that.
That's not big. That's sweet Louis Salazar. Coach, also tonight, 2 interceptions for Messiah Himes. I can go right down your list. Kyle Himes Jr. had a big game. Zach Graham had a big game. You're always going to get a huge game from Cooper Holmes, JT Keith. And let's also talk a bit about obviously Taj Williams on that deflection on the last play of the first half.
Taj is a great athlete. You saw when we hit him over the middle, he was determined to score. But Jamie just brought up. I don't know
the
if
blocking.
the blocking downfield that we're doing right now is a credit to Coach Himes. Those guys beat the hell out of each other every Tuesday. They hate it. They don't want to do it. But the result is what you saw tonight. And you also got a glimpse of the future, right? Number 2 at quarterback.
Yep. First varsity touchdown.
Yeah, I mean that kid's special. And as he gets more confidence and we can start getting him more and more reps, the future's very bright.
I'll tell you what, our opponents are going to not like the name of Himes.
No, they're going to better get used to it. Because we're going to utilize them.
Coach, I know you're going to enjoy this one this weekend, but you got conference play opening next Friday, the home opener against the Fremont Packers. What can you tell Oriole Nation about Fremont as you get into the West Michigan Conference season?
Well, they're well coached, and they got a great staff over there. They just hired a new defensive coordinator who I think very, very highly of. Coach Hudson's doing a tremendous job there. I know they haven't won a lot of games in the past, but they're going to come prepared. They're going to come ready to go. We're just super excited that we get to play at Oriole Field.
Yes.
Being on the road the first 2 weeks and being 2-0 after that is special. And now we get to come home and play in front of our fans on the rug. We feel like we got some pretty fast guys. I mean, we were out here playing, and this was pretty long grass.
I was going to say, when I went out there tonight, I talked to Coach Gunsel before the game. I was getting the starters from Coach Gunsel. I said, "Whoa, this is pretty thick shag here."
I don't know if they mowed the yard before we got here, but we'll get on the rug, and those receivers, you're really going to see them go next week.
It didn't really slow the Orioles down that much tonight.
No, we're just happy. It's anytime it's a rivalry. You don't know what you're going to get. I thought Mason County Central came out, played with a ton of energy. They were very physical. But as things go, generally, when you start dominating up front, and then that's the end of the deal.
Well, Coach, enjoy this one. You get 2 straight home games at Oriole Field. We look forward to seeing you next Friday against Fremont.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. That's Coach Charlie Gunsel. A very happy Coach Charlie Gunsel. His Orioles defeat the Spartans of Mason County Central tonight. They recapture the Lumberman's Trophy by the score of 54-13. Ludington moves to 2-0 on the year, and they've got the home opener and the conference opener facing them. And life is good right now for the Ludington Orioles.
It sure is.
It certainly is. Hey, with that said, make sure, again, Oriole Nation, you check out the Oriole Sports Network page. A little bit later, we'll have all the scoring summary up there, the area scores of interest, as well as the stats once we receive them from Coach Charlie Gunsel. And with that said, for our executive producer, executive director, Thad Shank, also for the 102.7 WMOM station owner, Chris Nicholas, who's provided us with this nice new equipment. And for my color commentary man tonight, my sidekick, the one and only Jamie Sycon. For our technical engineer tonight, Nick Wysong, technical engineer for the OSN and 102.7 WMOM. And also for our OSN cameraman, the one and only Jackson Jenner. This is the voice of the Ludington Orioles. Todd Scoop Hansen saying so long from Spartan Community Field. Once again, your final score, the Ludington Orioles 54, the Mason County Central Spartans 13. Oriole Nation, have yourself a great weekend, and go Detroit.